she's like, all right, there's blood everywhere. What it gotta be bleach underneath the sink here. There's no bleach. What the hell am I gonna look? What am I gonna do? Debbie's gonna come home any minute.
Yeah.
Fridge. No, there's Coke in there. You can't use Coke. That stains. Mountain Dew. Yes, use the Mountain Dew. What? What would make you say that? Mountain Dew.
Yo, Beth. That shit crazy.
On a Saturday! It's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on Megaphone as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm all over the place, man. And trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend because the page is growing. KLAW.
Hey, how are you?
What's up, my man?
Ain't shit. How you feeling?
I feel good, man.
You good?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be you look
I feel good. I look good.
Yeah.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you.
You giving off good energy.
You've been throwing a lot of compliments my way the last couple weeks. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I know you a while. You know what I'm saying? For the record, FYI. And you look like a you that I knew.
Right.
Before the you that I knew.
So what you trying to say that I was washed?
Yeah. You,
That's a bar.
you was on the third tumble.
You know what's crazy?
That shit was wild.
This is why I need new friends.
You was on soak.
This is why I need new friends because people don't like to tell you when you wash.
Nah,
right?
you gotta stay with your
They
friends.
just like to that's not support.
That's
for you not to
support.
say nothing.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean you gotta tell people, listen, you looking crazy.
What you
out
need
there.
to know is that I had to accept you for who you are.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it was.
Okay, cool.
And then you accepted somebody else, and you're like, you know what? I accept that more.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna throw compliments.
Well, listen. I am 2016 Barry Grant Jr. right now.
All right, I can see
That's
that.
how I feel right now.
I can see that.
I'm
looking at 2013 Barry Grant Jr. He was outside drinking fish bowls.
2013 Barry Grant Jr.
He was a wild boy.
He's a wild boy.
Yeah,
he's a wild boy. Yeah. But good to see you.
I like us, man.
Yeah. Chilling McFreeze is here. You wasn't here last week. What's up, man?
Listen,
Huh?
a little busy last week.
Yeah, I know. Listen, there's a lot of demerits that you're going to have to sign. There's a lot of fines that are coming your way. Jimmy already got the paperwork signed up for you. Like, you got it lined up. So just after this pod, you just put your signature on a lot of stuff so we can just clear that air and just move on.
Listen, most importantly, get my parking situation together.
Yo, across the street looking crazy right now.
Get my parking situation together.
Across the street is not the way it used to be.
Yo, you're in the middle row.
Yo,
are you in the middle row?
I'm parked next to you.
Yo, it's not what it used to be. They put a Shake Shack over there now. Just salad. It ain't.
It's kind of lit though.
It's kind of lit, but not for people that want to come through, son.
Not for the employee parking.
Right now, they just took away the employee parking.
Yeah, it's kind of awful actually.
We don't like that.
We don't like
It's
it.
a new Shake Shack. Okay.
Facts.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Jimmy, the super intern. What's going on, my man?
Not much.
Yeah, looking good. Did you win some money this week? At all?
Slow shake.
Yeah, that was quick.
Nah,
That was
fuck up.
quick. Yeah?
Sheesh.
How much did you lose? Give me ballpark. You ain't got to give me exact.
10.
He kissing his teeth, so you know.
Listen, I want to know.
Well spent though.
I want to know where Jimmy is getting this bread from because he just blow racks here and there like that don't matter to him.
Look at yourself in
I'm making him poker and then I lose it.
Okay.
Stays in the game.
That's fair.
That's
fair. Winning in Rome. That's what.
That's it.
GQ Phil is in the building.
Hey, nice to see you.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Good, bro.
I'd like to, let the cat out of the bag. Is that the term? Cat out of the bag?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Happy belated birthday!
Yo, that's what we doing.
Show your boobs.
Happy birthday, bro.
Now listen, we had a conversation about you just like to just chill but there was a big party for you and you had the kids involved. It was a nice family gathering.
Right.
But I know you.
Yeah.
And I know there was a little bit of him that kind of died inside because it was like, I just want to be alone to my thoughts.
My wife listens to this podcast.
And she will listen. She knows that it's coming from me. It's not coming from anywhere else. I'm creating a narrative here, right? So this is what I think happened, right? Phil has this nice party. Everybody's happy and there's candles going everywhere. I saw there was sparklers. There was mad shit going on,
Bottle
right?
service.
Yeah, mad shit. He was in white, looked good, right? I said, oh man, Phil over here, he probably lost 10 pounds. I like what's going on with 38, 39 Phil. You know what I'm saying? I like it, right? But then I saw another clip where he had this I just want to be left alone look in his face, right? Where everybody's blowing out the candles. He's just like, yeah, I just like to watch a movie while everybody is asleep. And that will be my birthday.
An R-rated movie.
Yeah. And guess what happened? Everybody goes to sleep and Phil's over here having the time of his life watching a movie. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
That's what I think happened.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened.
You watch Barbed Wire.
Facts. You know what I mean?
Quiet as kept.
Right. You watch some Skinamax movie. That's just
Man, here we go.
Yo, back in the day, Skinamax was the shit.
Skinamax was lit.
Skinamax was the shit. You know what I mean?
Or Taxi Cab Confessions.
Yo,
Taxi
Taxi Cab Confessions was
Oh,
lit.
y'all going down the rabbit hole.
Facts. Fire. Nicole on the ones and twos, Silent Assassin, how you doing? You had a long week. But you got through it and you created some magic. You know, we ain't got to talk about and go into details, but you are the MVP. Give me a round of applause, Nicole, please. Give me a round of applause, Nicole, please. You know what I mean? The real MVP here. Real
Do the
MVP
hand,
here.
do the hand.
Facts. Yo, but we got two guests in the building. You know what I mean? Without further ado, welcome to the show, my man Strife, my man Kenny. How y'all doing, man?
Doing good, man. We're doing good. Glad to be here.
Yeah. Listen, glad to have y'all. I've known you for a good while, and listen, I just want to peel this back a little bit. Pause.
Whoa.
Like, hey, relax.
Yo.
Relax. What I said was, okay? What I said was, I'd like to reveal something.
Yo.
Pause.
Please fix
That's
that.
crazy
Pause.
too. Yeah.
Relax.
Fix that.
Relax.
Yo.
I'm gonna
Paul Herman.
I'm gonna find it.
Kill.
I'd like to, what? We're just gonna get into it, right?
Okay,
So as soon as you come down here, right, you start going on your technical shit. I don't like that,
man.
right? I don't like it because you're gonna make me insecure about what I got down here. And when you leave, I'm gonna tear all of this shit down and get new
But
equipment.
you don't have to do that, though, man. I'm just.
But that's what you do.
He's so good.
I get it.
He's so
but that's
good.
what you do.
He's the wizard right here.
Exactly. He's a wizard at his craft. You know, you
I'm
can
a
be
wizard.
able to.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
here
you
we
know what I'm
go.
saying? But
Yeah.
listen, glad to have y'all here, man. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff. Absolutely the new board game that y'all have. What's the scenario? We're gonna talk about that. Is the new pod is dope. So we're definitely gonna go into detail about that. But we also got some sports shit we gotta get into, man. Hard Knocks, Jets watch. KLAW, you gonna be all over that, right? Did you watch it?
Hell no.
You didn't do your homework? All right, so
I'll tell you why.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
that was good, right?
Yeah. We got some other stuff. There's some rookies that won some starting jobs. Bryce Young won his starting job. We got what's the other kid on the Colts? Richardson.
Richardson
He got a
his,
job. What's the other kid?
Bijan got his joint.
Bijan Robinson, but
Bijan,
you know he was gonna start. We just talking about the quarterbacks. James Harden jumped out the window again.
Oh, man.
He jumped out the window again.
Again.
I heard
Again.
I heard the White House trying to help him out.
Yeah, no, hey,
I thought that
listen,
was funny, but yeah.
Dwight Howard
He's
trying to help him.
he's wilding.
He can't help himself.
Facts.
Yo, I saw it today, man. He was like, "Yo, come to Taiwan, man."
He want everybody to come to Taiwan.
I know.
Yeah.
He want a lot of men to come to Taiwan. Hey.
Yo.
We heard a story about him. Relax. That's what I'm saying,
Oh,
right?
man.
So
Yeah.
So we gonna talk about Michael Oher and that story about the Blindside. That's crazy, right?
That is a crazy story.
Sandra Bullock.
Pat signed Zeke. They got him. Yeah, that's nice. Jonathan Taylor returns to camp for the Colts. It's pretty good. Zach Martin gets his deal from the Cowboys. I told you it was happening. I told you. Ain't got nothing to worry about. Jerry's gonna pay him. We ain't gotta worry about nothing. Right? Brock Purdy, Mr. Chilling McFreeze. Brock Purdy's gonna be the guy. He's been named the starter.
The guy.
Sonny. Remember Sonny from wrestling? The she was a manager. Yeah, she getting 25 years for DUI manslaughter. We gotta talk about that. That's crazy.
Damn.
Yo, they slammed him hard on
Yeah. The only baseball topic right now is Wander Franco. Y'all don't follow baseball, but this story is crazy.
I heard about
It's nuts. And yeah, it's bad. It's bad. We're gonna get into it. How we can get into it.
Yeah.
We can't go into we might be able to undress the
Yeah, no,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
yeah.
My man, yo, what's up tonight?
I'm sorry.
You been super,
Relax.
My bad.
super
Relax.
spicy tonight.
Relax.
My boy.
Oh, man.
Relax. Okay.
I gotta hit
You got,
Freaky up.
you got a different ramen going on tonight, bro.
I
You
gotta
got a
hit
spicy
Frank's
pack
thing
boy.
up. Because
There's a rumor about Lonzo Ball out there. I wanna
Yeah.
unpack. That's crazy, right? And his father deserves a lot of the blame. Irrelevant news of the week. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy. Yeah.
Before we get into that, special guest, I'd like to talk about y'all. First off, get y'all socials out there, promote your stuff real quick, and then we can kind of get into the story.
Cool. All right. Well, my social personally is STRIFE Excel, STRIFE_EXCEL, and Kenny.
My socials, big Lord Kenny. Now let me explain to you what that means.
Yes, please explain.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Big Lord Kenny. All right, so I'm the second Kenny.
Got
My
you.
son is the third.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
in my family, I'm Big Kenny. In my father,
Mhm.
and that in my original, is it the original family? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm Lord Kenny.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
you even know me as Lord Kenny, Big Kenny, or just Kenny.
Okay, so you paying homage to.
I'm paying homage to everybody.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. That's cool.
Ain't no crazy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. But see, the people that don't know you, we're gonna be like,
Hey, yo, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
you know what I mean?
But for the game and for the pod, the socials is at So What Games Co. CO.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So,
Right.
Strife, I've known you for a while,
Mhm.
and we met. You being a engineer and you
Yeah.
being the tech master. For all of these years that I've known you. I remember when you told me that this was something that you were gonna start to get into, right? And I thought it was a dope idea then, but then seeing it come into fruition.
How far back was that?
This is honestly gotta be more than 6 years.
Okay. Yep.
It gotta be more than 6 years. Yeah, it gotta be more than 6
it was
years.
6 years. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful to see it, come to where it is now. But kind of talk about how you guys came up with this concept and pushed it forward.
All right. So I forgot. It was a phone call that I remember, right? So it was a phone call because we known each other. We went to college together. We known each other since what?
05.
05, right?
Respect.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my math right. We know each other since 05, right? So, one day, I give him a call and I was like, yo, we just seeing how hip hop is, and it's like,
No, hold on. Mind you, he got mad ideas.
Always.
All the
Always.
time.
Always.
I can't
You
help
ain't gotta
it.
tell me that, kid. Trust me,
Yeah,
I know.
it.
Yeah.
Cool. When it
I'm
comes
Mad
down,
scientist.
I'm usually the person that be shooting this shit down.
Yeah.
This day,
he did
go ahead.
not.
Go ahead.
So basically, I give him a call. I said, yo, what do you think about having hip hop artists on a card and just having their attributes and collecting them like trading cards, right? So then normally he would tell me yo, that's too far fetched because if I shoot for the moon, he's like, man, just land amongst the stars,
Right. He
I'm-
keeps you.
I'm
He
the
keeps you
fantasy,
grounded.
He's the reality,
Yeah, he
right?
keeps
And
you
that's
grounded.
how we mesh well. So with that being said, he was like, he didn't turn it down. He's like, yo, what's the point of having trading cards if we can't use them? I said, what you mean use them? You could just talk your shit and be like, oh, I got this card, I got this card. I said, no, let's use them. So what do you mean? So he's like, make a card game. I'm like, how in the world are we gonna make a hip hop card game after that? Well, maybe about couple hundred phone calls later and a few diagrams, and he had sent me a doc one day, and I was like, what in the world? Did this really happen? And then the key thing is, at the first page of the doc, this is when I had to call him back. I was like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. He put up a picture of the ESPN World Series of Poker. He didn't even say about it being a game show. I called him back. I was like, that is so fucking brilliant.
Mm.
I was like, how did you even guess that? But then it was like, how are we gonna do that? And yeah, from there, listen, I'm good at tech, but I am not good at graphics. I can't draw. Tell me draw a smiley face, is gonna look like an angry face. I'm telling you right now. I'm the stick figure king, right?
Okay, so Kenny's the graphics.
Yes.
For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Just taking the concept of the trading cards and forming a game around it.
Mhm.
And that's just, you know, play testing. Initially it was called Dis.
It was called
And
this.
it was just going to be strictly, you know, so we put attributes on the cards. So
Right.
now you can quote unquote battle using dice. But that formulated into, you know, all right, let's make it more than that. Let's add some scenarios, and then, you know, so I think probably about a year after we had that phone call, we actually I printed out just some random questions with some random ratings on the cards. We all sat down, played it, and it was like, all right, this could probably be something. And then you know, after that, everything is online. You want to do anything, you can find out
Facts.
how to do it
Big
online.
facts. Big facts.
So you start researching it, looking it up. You reach out to this people, reach out to that people, and anything that you want to get made can be made overseas.
Absolutely.
Correct. So that you start making those connections, finding out how people, because anything that you want to do, somebody's already done it.
Right.
And they got
To
the
some
blueprint.
degree.
The blueprint is somewhere, and you just figure out how it's done, and you do it. And so then, you know, fast forward a couple of years, we got an actual prototype of a game. And from that, you know, we fast forward to where we are now, where, you know, the game has been out for a while, but it's a learning curve to the game. So you can probably contest this. There's people who bought the game who probably haven't even played it yet.
Right.
But so now the concept is, all right, well, let's show people
Mm-hmm.
how to play. Let's show people how fun it is, so that even if you don't want to play, you can watch.
Right.
And that probably have more people as an audience than people who actually want to purchase it and play. So that's what we're working on now, is the game show.
And that's what the whole thing was, because, like, you know, I remember when the prototype came out, and, you know, seeing how the thing is played, you know, Strife was explaining it to me. I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, this could be something that you could definitely play, like, you know, in a nice group setting with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
it's
this
not a trivia game.
Right.
We want to stress that. A lot of people think that, oh, it's hip hop. You got to know hip hop lyrics. I tell you right now, the people who know the least amount of hip hop usually win. It's not designed that way.
Right.
It just happens.
It just happens that way.
It just
Yeah.
happens.
Which is good, because it now opens up the gamut for everybody to be able to play, rather than like you have to be super knowledgeable about hip hop.
Or
Like, you
gotta
can have a
rap,
nice
or anything.
you can have a nice blend of people who know and who don't know, and you can still be able to have a nice enjoyable experience. So
Absolutely.
that, I think, was that like a strategy of y'all when you did design the game that way? Was it in the actual, like,
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Because it just captures more people to play. I mean, I remember when, you know, we had the prototype. I actually tried this one time. I went to a bar, right? Few friends, like 5 of us, and the bar had like a little backyard setting, right? And we started playing it, and next thing you know, everybody stopped having their individual conversations, and they came around. They're like, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" Next thing you know, we just give them cards to play. They're playing. They're like, "Oh, can I find this on Amazon?" And I'm like, "Dag, I didn't think that was gonna happen. That's kind of like unexpected, you know."
That quick.
So, you know, no pun intended, but we played the game in many different scenarios, and we usually get the same.
You think it's slick?
response.
You think it's
Yeah,
slick?
I
That was
tried,
nice.
man.
That was
I
nice.
tried.
I like
I
that.
tried.
That was a sneaky one, too.
Yeah, I was
I
balling.
tried.
I like that. I
Has
like
any of
that.
y'all played Cards Against Humanity?
I've heard about the game. I haven't played it, but I've heard about it. Yeah.
So, and there's another game called Apples to Apples. Those were like the two ones in my mind that was like, okay, I can use the concept. But the concept is basically you have one person answering the question, and everybody else presents an answer that the person who asked the question can choose from. And then you pick a winner, and it's you know, there's a lot of conversation that goes on and debate between that.
Right.
And take that same concept and apply it to hip hop. You know, it's basically, all right, well, if you're in this type of scenario, who would you want to listen to?
Right.
Everybody puts something down, and then, you know, there's a debate that happens between who you pick or who you don't pick. And
Correct.
Then, so with that kind of type of concept in that framework, you don't have to know hip hop per se. You don't have to know the ins and outs. You just have to know who you will want to listen to. And if you're on the other person putting somebody down, you can just randomly win. You know,
Yeah.
you don't even have to know the person you put down. You can
Facts.
just randomly, and now you feel like you feel good about something, and you can discover, like, you know, all right, well, I didn't know this person, but I just won. So let me see who this person is about. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of music discovery in it too.
Right.
How many players at one time can actually play this game?
You could start a minimum of 4. You can go up to 8.
Wow.
You could probably do maybe a variation to get to like 9 or 10, but it gets a little bit hectic.
Yeah.
But within the book itself is usually up to 8.
Yeah, about 4 to 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good amount. I like that.
It sounds like a good group setting.
That was a great dinner party game.
Facts.
But what?
Dinner party?
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Like Monopoly. Nah, I bust ass in Monopoly. I ain't gonna hold you.
But
cheater,
the
bro.
cool thing about
Relax.
the cool thing about the game is you can control how long you want to play. So for instance, when you play, there's a black deck and a white deck. The black deck has all the artist cards and everybody has 3. The white deck has all the scenarios and the other cards that, you know, can change up the game, right? The game is over when there's no more cards in the white deck. However, within the booklet, you can choose how many white cards you want to play. Therefore, you get to choose how long you want to play the game.
Interesting. So you can be able to set different house rules if you in different houses.
Well,
Sort of.
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, like Uno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? I mean that's an interesting concept. Now, where did you come up with the name? Because you said that you started off as being this, right? So
yeah.
like, what's the scenario? Because it's such a catchy name that obviously we know we know the actual song. We understand what the history is behind it, but like, take me through that process. Like, where did it click? It's like, oh, that's a dope ass name for this.
Let me answer this.
Oh yeah.
All right. So when we first got the first prototype, we had the rapper cards, of course. We had disc cards,
Right.
and we had something called event cards. So the event cards, you get right. So the event cards were the cards that you pick up, and they told some type of story. You're doing this and you're doing that, or you're doing this. Who you listening to? So at first they were called event cards. Somewhere down the line, it turned into a scenario card. And then off of that, it's a no-brainer. If you're a hip hop fan, scenario is synonymous with Tribe Called Quest. So
Facts.
it's a scenario.
Right.
Here we go.
It's a hip hop game. It makes perfect sense at that point. Yeah,
That's bars. Now that shit, it works, man. Like, you know, and the fact that it's in this nice little packaging, right? Like this, the box is good, the presentation, everything about it just makes sense.
Now you can
know
fit
what I'm
it in
saying?
your hoodie, bro.
Nah, this is fire. Like this is something that you can literally have everywhere, and this can really start. This is like a great icebreaker, right?
Oh, it definitely.
If you got people that are like a whole bunch of squares in a party and they don't want to mingle, throw this shit out and see how people get funky. You know what I'm saying?
We've played this in many, in many different situations.
Right.
I'm not trying to use the
Yeah.
pun anymore.
Nah, he's good.
You were just telling me,
He's good.
He's
just
punting.
telling me that
What,
you
in the
you
bar?
take it out and it's like, yo, what the fuck is that? And
Yeah.
then everybody stops and
Whoa.
like, what's that?
Whoa.
Chill out, Kenny. Wow.
What the hell is that?
Gotta relax.
That would have been
It's
crazy.
contagious
No,
tonight.
but
No,
also,
it's-
remember when we played a game at the we went to that convention?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that was a different experience.
Yeah,
Like,
so
remember
so
that? Yeah.
I'm gonna say for people who look like us,
Yeah.
games and board games and card games isn't what we do
Facts.
usually. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bunch of gaming conventions out there, and so stepping into those, we had to step into those type of places with this type of game.
Correct.
And it still rang off. It was still the same type of reactions, the same type of fun and excitement.
Because it's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing about creating anything, right? Is that it has to be different and has to be able to kind of like turn heads and be like, oh, I've never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know you got something special. But after the break, we're going to talk about it a little further in regards to like how y'all came up with the concept of the podcast. I really want to talk about that as well after the break.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast?
Yeah, don't make it the joint. What's up?
All Even.
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. Let's put this go. What's up, man? All Even. Yo, oh my God. What's up with you, man? Now you gonna, that's a shout out, you keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump
All
in the
Even
camera?
Podcast, right?
Yeah, all
Shout out
even.
to All Even Podcast, right? All Even? That's your man?
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even Podcast. You cool?
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. What is it, G? Oh. I shout him out, G. Oh.
He cool, man.
Welcome back, y'all. So we are talking about what's the scenario right here. You know, we want to go ahead and deep dive into it a little more. Because, you know, open the box, I'm taking out these black cards, and I see T.I., and there's a whole bunch of, you know, his information on the bottom in regards to his hits and all that stuff, right? But then there's a section at the top. Flow 90, delivery 83, you know, rhyme scheme or whatever 86. How do y'all come up with the ratings? I'm curious.
This is the fun part. So with the ratings, right? You know, Kenny and I felt that there has to be a little bit of a standard, right? Not a concrete standard, because as you know, new music comes out every day. So don't think that those numbers are static. You know, they'll eventually change. The same way you have like playing cards, you have the first edition, the second edition.
Right.
So, you know, the numbers will definitely change. And yes, with music, if you want to say in its core form, you really can't like grade music, because music is just of emotion. But we all kind of feel like there's a certain standard. I would say not a standard, but like just a prerequisite, or how would you frame it?
Yeah, it's what every rapper I feel or we feel should have. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
These 6, we call them sliders, are what every rapper. You can grade every rapper on these. You should have this if you're a rapper, basically.
Now, did you guys ever think about doing an overall like?
Good question.
Like score, like rating, like a Madden rating, right? Because like that would be very controversial if y'all do that.
And for that reason, why we did not.
Okay, so y'all wanted to avoid the smoke.
Yes,
at least that. At least that.
And the reason being is because if we put an overall number, then that particular artist will feel that that number signifies them. Like, oh, this is all I'm worth to the hip hop industry. No. Again, these numbers are subject to change, so this is why you have the flow, you have the delivery, you have the rhyme, and you have the catalog.
Break it down.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And even those numbers have like different sectors that, you know, we dwell into as far as like graded them. So it's not just something that this is off the top of our head.
Just
there's a meticulous system that, you know, we invented, and now we're able to put this formula into the game. And also, it's the beauty of it, because now you don't have to just say like, oh, who you think is the better rapper. You could just say, oh, is Biggie's flow better than Pac's flow? Is Pac's content better than Biggie's rhyme? Like you can compare and contrast 2 different attributes of the artist instead of the same one. So now you have.
So it's a deeper conversation.
Correct.
Exactly.
Right. So
pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I will say, so with that said, like Strife said, it's not static, but it's also not. And at least right now, it's just us 2. But eventually, we will want this to be something where, you know, everyone or the people who are important enough can contribute to it.
Absolutely.
So that, you know, that's like the Source was back in the day when you had the 5 mics. That was the golden standard. This could become the golden standard for how you rate rappers if everyone buys into the system.
The concept, right.
Correct.
Buys into the concept. So now, when you look at the card, it ain't just me and him. It's me, him, and, you know, whoever you want to name that got some type of, you know, say that can contribute to this, and now this becomes the golden standard.
Yeah, I mean, like, think about it. Like, the 2K and Madden rating has taken off to be its own thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Where you got athletes revealing their ratings now.
Right.
Like, people are waiting to do that. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So down the line, this could be a thing where people are like, yo, I can't wait to see what the scenario call. Like, that's
correct. To me, that is the ultimate. Right?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate is if everyone, You know, because we have these conversations all the time about who's your top 50,
All
who's your
the
top
time.
whoever, whatever.
All the time.
But there's never any criteria around it. It's always just how you feel.
Right.
Nah, let's put some criteria on it. So now we got a basis for everything, and now when we had these discussions, we discussing very specific things, and we're on the same level.
It's a more layered conversation
Right, exactly.
rather than just who do you think is better? Who got more?
Right.
Like, it's
Exactly.
more.
You
It's
talking
not.
in
Yeah,
circles at that
exactly.
point,
Yeah.
without a standard.
Right.
Exactly.
It's more of a to be honest. It's more of a sports type of situation because
Absolutely.
sports is very layered,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So what you guys have created is a layer system
Yeah.
that's kind of sports related. Hence
Absolutely.
why you guys are on the couch. Shit.
Yes.
Anyone can put in their 2 cents. You know,
was a
either
nice
you
segue.
Barry, either
Facts.
you Claw.
I'm very good at that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? But
So are the scenario cards gonna have like you got season 1, season 2? Like, are you gonna start to upgrade the cards because you get new artists every year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we do have expansion packs. We do have one now, the Golden Era, where
oh, y'all are dope. Y'all got DLCs.
perfect, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Bars.
So basically, the Golden Era is out now. We have 18 artists that's from the 1980, 1990 era.
dope.
So you have, the Beastie Boys members. You have like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, and a few others.
That's fine.
And we want to keep doing that as far as like having other expansion packs and also having expansion packs of scenarios as well.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we were just talking about it though. Like once this shipment, I mean, we got a nice little set order of
Yeah.
games.
Mm-hmm.
Once that runs out, we're gonna have to go back in the lab and
Correct.
redo everybody's
Right.
grades, and then so put that for the second edition.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Nah, listen, what y'all got right here is gold. I ain't gonna hold you. Like this is
Thank
it's
you.
it's very unique to itself. Like I haven't heard anything like this, which is why it's going to be good. Which
And
is
it's-
why it's
and-
going to be
And
successful.
the cool thing is, I haven't seen any physical altercations or
Yeah.
fights from this shit.
Not
I
yet.
haven't-
Yeah.
Not yet.
Look,
Listen,
knock on wood.
spades,
Yeah.
Right.
spades, you got that.
Right.
You know,
Dominoes,
card game
you
spades,
got
you
that.
got
Dominoes, Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Like, listen, people fight over Monopoly.
Dice
You know
games.
what I mean? 'Cause
All it
I'm
takes
a-
is some
That's
money
dice
to be
games,
put
yeah.
down.
Listen, I'm
and
a
it's
big
wrap.
cheater when it comes to Monopoly. I don't even
Uno,
care.
Phase 10.
I have it out there.
Monopoly, you're the bank.
Always.
Oh, there we go.
Right?
See,
I'm
I
not
know
playing.
it.
Always.
Yo, when we
House
played,
rules.
when we played digital Monopoly with the cards.
Yeah.
Oh
didn't
my
know they
god.
had
Yeah, I was wilding.
Oh, they got that.
Yeah, I was wild.
Yeah,
With the credit card scam
interesting.
Monopoly.
I was,
dope.
listen,
Yeah.
I was putting
Oh,
M's.
some of the broken with
Yeah,
oh, okay,
I was
gotcha,
putting
gotcha.
M's on my card.
Wow.
M's.
My man loaded up old PPP, all type of shit.
Oh, man.
So yeah, 500 M's.
Different.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
But nah, this is definitely dope. So like, let's get into the podcast game that you
Yes.
guys have created, right? Because
Let me correct you if I can.
yes, go ahead.
Game show.
show.
Game show,
Yeah.
excuse
Yeah,
me.
we're gonna roll with game
Podcast game show, which actually
Yeah.
sounds better, right?
Yes.
So when I saw the first episode, I was like, "Oh, these niggas got it."
Show. Oh,
Yeah,
I got clap for that.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. Yo, listen, I was watching
Yes,
this. I was
yes,
like,
sir. Thank you.
I said, "Oh, these things got it. This is good. It's very clever
Cool.
because how first off, the setup is great.
Mm-hmm. Thank
How you guys explain the game
Yeah.
Which is very important.
Very
Very
important
important,
yeah.
because what a lot of people get lost in is the details,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And no matter what it is, right? No matter what it is, the explanation needs to be sound. It needs to be simple.
Mhm.
It needs to be something that people can be able to follow.
Mhm.
And you guys do that to the T.
Thank you.
How you guys get into conversations with the guests, with the artists. Genius, right? So I just think you have a great product. Like it,
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie, I was
Thank
hating. I was hating when I seen the first episode. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like the way it looks. I was going to text Strife and be like, you know what? I want to say something not nice
Barry,
right now, but it's too good, so I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm just leave it alone because this is good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was dope, man. It was dope. So like, talk me through the process of like creating the game show. Like, obviously you have this great product.
Yeah.
What was the process to creating the game show?
Okay, so with the show, what we realized when we were, once we finally had the game on the market, the problem that we were seeing was people liked the concept, but again, they didn't want to like look into the book or find out how to play. Because, yeah, it's a little bit of a learning curve,
Right.
but once you get over it, it's very, very easy. So, you know, Kenny and I, we was thinking about it, and then Kenny was like, yo, remember the picture of the World Series of Poker? I said, yeah, because I'm thinking, like, having a game show so far-fetched until, you know, I get a call from him one day. He's like, yo, you got to meet me in Jersey. I said, all right, cool. So we go over there. We find out about a production studio, and he's like, yo, we can actually do the game show. Let's just put it together. So after a few more conversations, I've never, ever put a game show ever. Like, this was my first time. This is your first time putting a game show together?
Yeah, I ain't never
like,
done no
so,
show.
but what I mean is as far as like the logistics, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not just open-ended. Everything is just, you know, off the top of our head. Like, there's like a script. There's, you know, as far as like how the game is going to go.
It's very structured.
Yeah.
Very, very, very structured, you know, like even to the music. And also there's a little Easter egg that, shout out to Kenny, you created this, but every single episode, you start off with a line from the scenario song from Tribe Called Quest.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the way to pay homage. Also, you know, the music video as well. We're in front of the mirror. So
these niggas is marketing genius.
I'm
just gonna throw the ones out there. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what this starts from? We both rappers.
Right.
Correct.
That's how we met each other. We met each other as MCs, and as MCs, metaphors and concepts and all of that it comes into play. So so before we did any of this, you know, we was rappers. He was an engineer and a rapper, so he would record me. I would, you know, try to record him, and we would come up with album concepts and all of these type of things. So we just took that and brought it over here. You know what I mean? So it really wasn't a whole lot to figuring it out.
Seamless.
Yeah, because you know you got the game,
Yeah.
so you're just showing the game, really.
Right.
You're just showing that, and then you know, in between we got so then the thought is, okay, we want to ask questions to the guests. All right, let's just base it off of a scenario. Okay, so now as soon as the scenario is done, speaking of that, wow, you know what I'm saying? And then cool, the first episode I was telling you, it's sort of like creating an album. So
yeah.
So we gotta put music together.
Correct.
You know, we gotta come out with a video. You know, we gotta promote. So you know, it's not that much different from being a recording artist. And we just taking all of those different types of concepts and applying it to this space.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Nah, that's dope. Anybody got a question?
It's valid.
Before we move on. Well, listen, I just want to give y'all a round of applause because that shit is fire.
Thank
you.
You know, you gonna, because you're such a wizard at certain things and the equipment.
I guess I'm a wizard now.
I'm gonna keep watching every episode now because I need to see upgrades. And if I see any, if I see any upgrades, now I'm gonna have to pull up with some new shit over here.
I got you.
That's all it is.
No, I got a question.
Yeah.
So where could you buy it? That's
the
like the main question.
The question.
The question.
The question. You can buy the game at SoWhatGames.com. It's www.sowhatgames.com. I believe the website is on the box itself, probably on the underside.
Yeah, on the underside. Yep.
Yes. You can buy the game and you'll have a blast. You can also buy the expansion pack on there as well. Again, it's called the Golden Era. You have 18 different cards on it with 18 different artists.
Listen, I'm really, really proud of y'all, man. Y'all entrepreneurs. Y'all doing what, you know, people should be doing out there, creating new, innovative stuff, pushing it out there, hustling, doing y'all thing, man. So, salute to y'all. That's what's up to y'all. Mars. So, listen, go cop. What's the scenario? I got my box right here. I'm about to wash these motherfuckers up soon. And listen, house rules. I need to win. I need to. All right, all even podcast. I need to win every week. All right, it's just the way it goes. It's the way it goes. All right, or citations and demerits are gonna be coming down.
And parking spaces apparently started.
Exactly.
Well, you already started.
Parking space already going. Yeah,
Show the way to parking spaces.
I made 3 phone calls.
He pushed us 3 blocks away.
You know what I mean? Well, nah, definitely, man. So how we do this, fellas, is that I normally start off the podcast with a very off sports topic, right? And then we get into the bullshit.
Okay.
Go, how much time we got? Good. All right, y'all ready? Let's get it going. Doja Cat.
Oh.
What's going on with her?
She in the Illuminati.
Yo, she lost her mind, right?
She's a cat.
Right.
I was about
So
to say, she's always had her mind lost.
yes, but I think she's like.
She fired her.
I think she's pulling the biggest troll, man.
You think so?
Yes. I think she's pulling the biggest troll. I think she's doing exactly what she wants people to believe, man.
What are we
Okay.
doing right now?
Like,
Talking about
We talking about it, right? So
Yes.
it's working. It's working.
She got
She got us. She got it. I don't care. We're gonna talk about it. But the fact that she lost what, 500,000 subs
Yeah.
on
that's
IG and Twitter between her two platforms
Of what?
off of not telling her fans that she cares about them. So the fans was like, we just want you to tell us that, you know, you care about us and support us. I don't care. I ain't telling y'all. I'm not telling y'all nothing.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah, I would.
Y'all are losers. Now, granted, you can't say that to your fans.
no, you cannot.
I mean,
You may think it,
Your PR
but you
will pull
can't
their hair
say
out.
it, right? You know what I mean? So, like, for her, she a little wild for that, man. So, listen, you might be right, Strife, but I don't see how this is working in her favor.
She
That's
said
all I'm
she
saying.
feels free.
Free to do what?
Just free
Just
from
free.
the free from
From the burden of trying to keep up an image that she don't want to keep up?
Yeah, that's what that.
So
Yeah.
maybe she wants to be a villain.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
This is her villain arc. Yeah.
I mean, she's already a villain. Her forehead look, you know.
I was about to say light skin, big head.
Yeah, let me rock.
It's already. It's,
Let me just relax on that because we just not say anything.
Light
Listen,
skin, yeah.
I mean,
Claw be sending shots at Doja Cat all
I
the
do
time.
miss the old Doja Cat though.
Yes,
when
I do.
She first came out.
She was
and
normal.
She had the cow suit on.
Yeah.
And everything like
There's
that.
nothing
I'm like,
fucking normal about that, bro.
No.
She was a cat mooing. Are you
No,
shitting
I'm just saying the time period.
Well, she was
of-
looking good.
He's
correct.
tweaking.
Now I don't
Good
know.
point.
Yo, Doja Cat,
She went from thick to thin, and I'm like, nah.
That's that.
Like,
Lady
Bullshit.
Gaga,
The booger
Maria
sugar.
Carter.
For sure. She was
That's
on,
it.
Yeah.
They caught her on camera. She tried to get on camera real quick and take a little.
Did a Leo
man.
DiCaprio. Listen, if you can sneak it, you sneak it.
Oh, she was booger shooting.
She was
Oh,
That's
definitely
it,
man.
man. Yo, she skis, baby.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
heavy.
You don't call your.
Good though.
When the last time you heard a cat meow or moo? It's the same shit. Like, you're doing something different. If that
Booger
cow's
sugar.
going over the moon, you're high enough to go see it. Shit, me.
claws going.
That's a
in
bar.
right now.
Yo, but it's true. I mean, listen, man.
Yeah.
I don't really follow her music like that, but I just know that she be wilding.
Yeah.
She'll be wilding, and I don't really understand what's going on with these artists nowadays. Yo, what's going on with that that podcaster girl that interviewed Drake?
Oh.
Who know about that?
Her
Bobby.
name
Bobby?
is Bobby.
Bo- yeah.
Bobby, yeah.
Yo, she funny as hell, bro. I ain't gonna hold
I
you.
think that's her angle of the podcast.
Yeah.
Like just, and I think that's one of the reasons why I guess like Drake was on it, because it was just different from the norm
Right.
of the hip hop podcast. However,
But they saying something's going down with the husband. Like she
She's
like
laid up in the bed with Drake.
yeah. So like she had to
They
take.
deleted that podcast.
Yeah, they deleted the podcast,
Mm.
so it's not even archived.
Drake was trying to blow that back out on the low.
I
Relax.
wouldn't put it past him.
He was waiting for. Yo, if she would have offered.
Wow.
If she would have offered,
Once,
he would have been all in her guts.
Relax.
once
All
Drake,
in them.
once Drake backed out that sangria glass,
Yo, the way he was holding
he
it.
had the brush mimosa in bed. Dog was already on you.
Certified Lover Boy.
Yo, he
got
was
you to
ready. He was waiting. They were on camera, but he was waiting for something.
Let's be honest. Let's
Little
ask the room.
twinkle in her eye.
Let's ask the room. Shorty got a podcast.
I'd crack it.
No,
Oh, sorry.
you're not Drake. You're not Drake.
Yo.
I'm Drake though. I'm tweaking for Drake.
Okay, you're tweeting for Joe. But I'm gonna give you the other scenario. Shorty got a podcast. She now is interviewing the biggest star on the planet, right? And
On her daughter's birthday.
on her daughter's birthday or whatever
First
it is.
birthday.
You're right.
On
And
her first birthday?
Yeah.
it's in an intimate
Yeah.
setting, right? Like it's either at a nice dinner with the lights down, and
Mhm.
or it's in a bed situation like that, and you the husband. How are you feeling?
Delete that shit.
Facts. That
It
yo,
shouldn't-
I don't
no.
care. I don't care.
waste no time.
It
I
shouldn't-
don't care.
It shouldn't even been.
Kenny
filmed.
right.
Yeah.
Kenny's right.
It shouldn't even been filmed.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying.
I'm like, you interviewing who?
Facts.
In the bed?
Listen, I'm coming
for the world to see.
While it's going down,
That's why it's deleted.
I'm shutting the whole thing down.
Yeah.
I'm turning lights off as the podcast is going down. All right, time to go.
Yeah.
Time to go home.
I ain't going. If I'm hubby though, I'm wild tight because you got me dealing with this fucking Coco Melon clown and all this shit going on in the
I gotta
birthday.
handle the birthday while you
I'm
talking to
doing
Drake in the
birthday.
bed.
Correct.
Nah.
Yeah.
My mom's just looking at me like, yo, where's the mother?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, she's with Drake. Who?
Right.
Doing what? Yeah, they're filming a
bed.
podcast.
Yeah, they're in the bed.
A pod what? Nah.
With mimosas.
What type of mother?
Oh,
Nah.
man.
She got that
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, nah.
Immediately.
Nah.
Immediate shutdown.
Yeah.
Not rolling.
So I'm with the husband. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
He must have seen all the wave that happened and all the press that was coming from him. He
Drake
was
knows
like,
she DMing her.
yeah, he was like, yo, this is
Yo.
great press for you. But guess what?
I think
We're gonna
it's
have to
also-
wrap this shit up.
I think it's also like the husband's like friends and coworkers. They probably just.
Oh no,
showing
they
up.
getting to him.
Yeah.
They getting to him.
Yeah.
You still got this up?
Because 9 times
Yeah.
out of 10, I would probably say the husband saw
Listen,
it. Was like,
he did-
because look, they filmed it, right? So like, I'm thinking the husband's like, all right, babe, this is like your biggest interview of your career. I support you. Go ahead. Deep down inside, he's like, I don't know about this. Until his social circle came around and was like,
Yeah, that was a whole Keke Palmer
You know what
situation.
did it? You know what really
Yo.
did it?
Live.
Yo, the husband's fantasy football draft come
Facts.
out.
Oh, they getting
And
to
one of
him.
his man's team name and team picture
And, yep.
It's Bobby in the bed with Drake.
Oh, man.
Bobby in the bed with Drake.
Bobby in the bed with Drake. Name of the episode.
Yo, listen. I'm gonna do you one better, Claw. Listen, that water cooler talk on Monday
Yeah.
at the water cooler at the job.
Yeah.
You already know you coming to work and everybody looking.
Right.
Yep.
Everybody looking at you, and
Yeah, Drake
then
goes
they go back down to the water cooler.
Hey.
They go, yeah, you know what I mean? Like they don't even give you eye contact. You know that they talking about you.
That's it.
Yep.
You know they talking about
Like,
you.
so,
No.
she interviewed Drake, huh?
Right.
No.
Drake has.
Drake.
When you-
Drake.
Drake.
When you walk over to the group and everybody scatters,
Yep.
and you're like,
man.
Yep. That's a wrap. And listen,
That's
man.
that Monday morning.
Shutting that whole shit down. Turning the lights off while Drake is talking.
Drake.
All right, home. Time
Drake.
home.
That's it.
Out of here.
When now
You got
that
you
shit
got your Maybach
happened,
out front. Yeah, go get that. Go get that.
Crazy.
Go take that. Go take that car and go home. You know what I mean? This is done.
I
This is
didn't know
done.
that was on the door.
Yeah, I
This
didn't
is
know that.
done.
That's crazy.
Nah, it's OD. It's OD. So yeah.
Like she's starting a dope little thing for herself. But I mean, I watched that interview, but I watched the other one with Funny Marco, and guess what? Funny Marco been doing all this stuff that she's doing. He been doing,
Right.
She biting him.
and his recognition is like it's not as high as hers. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if he went to the extent of trying to interview Drake and stuff like that, but if he did, like, I think he would have took all the way off too.
I mean, the hue matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always
But
say
it's like, even still, like, Caleb Presley, he does them. And his are super abstract, super funny.
Yeah.
Ali G's been doing them. Like, Galifianakis, what's his
Zach
name?
Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis.
Guys been doing
Yeah.
this all the time. So it's like it's a different version of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you get the overall thing and you get the artist's spin on it. So
Correct.
Yeah.
we see how it goes and who she appeals to is someone else that probably just gets like her, really likes her responses. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't know who these artists are and doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? They just react how she react.
Correct.
But
Nicole, we got to get you to do one.
she's viral.
Nah, definitely, man. But listen, we're gonna close the book on that, and then finally talk about some sports. Hey, after the
Rock
break.
Purdy.
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry for leaving podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Welcome back, y'all. It is time for the news. It's time for the news. You guys ready?
If I'm gonna do this, I'll need my news team at my side.
It's not for you, Chili.
News team, assemble! News team, assemble!
Jets watch. Hard Knocks episode 2. Episode 1 was pretty much the Aaron Rodgers show. It's great. Nice little introduction. Everybody loves Aaron Rodgers right now. It's hot. Episode 2, they kind of went into, some defensive struggles that they had, some offensive struggles. There's some stars in camp. Well, Aaron Rodgers still out there throwing darts. Robert Saleh starting to come together as a coach. I mean, it could be capped just for the camera, but he's looking like he's confident and knows what he's doing. Dalvin Cook is now a Jet officially. You know, that wasn't on the show, but he's officially a Jet.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, Claw, in regards to your beloved Jets?
Well, you know, long-time Jet fan. I'm talking about when it wasn't cool to be a Jets fan.
Still not cool to be a Jets.
You need to back off.
Did not know you were a Jets fan.
Oh, no,
surprisingly.
hardcore. Like, legitimately him. When it comes out of that.
Die hard.
it's- If I cut these veins here,
Bleed green.
it's green.
Ah.
And maybe some white because of the contrast of the logo. But anyway, look at it. Look,
Yeah,
I'm not watching Hard Knocks for the reason that the Jets didn't want to do Hard Knocks.
So you're boycotting Hard
I'm
Knocks.
boycotting because they didn't want to do it. And I feel like it's a ploy to get everybody up in your shit.
Oh, okay. So you
So
you're
everybody's
that,
getting your schemes and your Nathaniel Hackett, your Aaron Rodgers, this, and you're seeing things that you shouldn't be seeing. Like, you're not supposed to know that the new double is going to be.
or now I have
What
I have a narrative now. I gotta push the narrative button. I think what's going on here is that you feel a bit insecure because you, sir, as a Jets fan, I'm a diehard Jets fan. I bleed this. I go to games when nobody's there. Nobody even wants to wear their Jets stuff.
Now it's hype.
Now everybody's a Jets fan. Now everybody wants to see the Jets,
I
and
see
you're
what you-
boycotting Hard Knocks because it's not intimate anymore for you. It's not personal because everybody's coming up to you. Hey, did you see what Aaron Rodgers did on Hard Knocks episode 1?
Yeah,
And
you
it's like,
looking at them like,
it's like, yo, dude, I've been a Jets fan, friend. Like, you just got here, like, or you probably an Aaron Rodgers fan. You probably not even a Jets fan. So I think that's what it is, man. You feel, I get it. Listen, I
you feel
understand.
that
It's
way,
like
Claw?
it's like when you get an underground rapper and you've been following his stuff for mad long, and he get commercial or he pop, and all of a sudden you don't want to buy the album no more because everybody on it. I think that's what it is.
You got shit off? All right, cool. Good. No, it's not.
Listen,
that was good. That was nice.
That was good.
But that was actually not the fucking
Okay,
thing.
that's
Sorry.
all right.
Good moment,
That's
though.
what I wanted to ask.
Please play the theatrical music when he does that shit. Like everybody gave a fuck, because it's not what happened. It's the fact is they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to let the cat out the bag. And we don't need that light knowing that we had the biggest signing.
But every team has to do it, though. They're forced to do it.
Right. But you're forced to do it.
Yeah.
But you, if they ask you and you decline and then they make you do it, it's not what you wanted to do in the first place. But you're doing it because you got to do it. Obligation. End of the day, it's not changing nothing because we kept the Dalvin Cook private. That's what we wanted to do. We didn't want to put that on blast. We didn't want to make it the front line. All that to say is that it's moving. Don't get me wrong. I'm hyped right now. But as a Jets fan, you don't get too hyped because anything can happen.
Because the floor can be taken.
They take
taken
the
out in
field
front of you.
the floor could be lava.
Yo.
And y'all Jets fans, y'all got a history. It's like a bad breakup, man. Like,
Have you seen? Remember the Batman movie with Bane?
Yeah.
Right. You seen the punt return in that movie that they had in that movie when Bane came on the field? That shit could happen to us. It won't happen to nobody else, but it would happen to us. And MetLife Stadium will be underground.
I
so
mean, listen, man. You know, you have to proceed with caution.
Exactly.
And the reason
You
why
really
you have to
adopted
proceed
the
with
dog.
caution is because
I was born in it.
Right. Because you had a quarterback that came from Green Bay, legendary quarterback that came from Green Bay.
And we did good that year.
Started off well. You got through the first 11 games, we're 8-3.
Ran
You're
it.
one of the best teams in the AFC, number one in the AFC East that year.
I saw Brett Favre do that.
And yeah, Brett Favre was out there cooking, right? And then all of a sudden, he's showing nuts to reporters and tears his
Off a
pack
flip phone.
And
That's
right,
when you
on
got
flip
no
phone.
respect.
Ah, man, he's
Off the
wild.
flip phone, and everything goes haywire after that.
Yeah,
He
the
tears
Sprint joint, too.
the pec or whatever it was, and that was it. That was it. So, you know, I think for Jets fans, yes, be excited, but you also need to
Chill
proceed
out.
with caution,
Yeah,
right? Like
like-
that. I think that's a smart way as a fan. And if this is a PSA, I think every Jets fan
Because
should
you know
kinda,
what we
like,
don't
do
want to
that.
become?
Who?
The fucking Giants.
Whoa. Hold on.
That's a
Hey, no,
shot.
no, hey.
Those are some
That's a
harsh
shot.
words, buddy.
Hey,
You guys
Those
want
are
to
some
go?
harsh words,
You want
buddy.
to do it? You want to do it?
Shot.
It's
There's
like
a lot,
that.
There's a lot of
'Cause
Giants
what
fans
happens
in
is
here.
y'all get some success and you can't get y'all back from Mars, bro. It's interstellar when y'all get something going on.
But there's a history of winning though.
Yes,
There is.
very true.
Don't get me wrong, and I'm not gonna knock it.
You buy a Super Bowl.
But the smallest little thing, and it's like, oh, we got Darren Waller.
Darren Waller's a top 10 tight end.
You still got Daniel Jones. Like,
player.
it doesn't matter. Your quarterback trips on his own feet. Doesn't matter.
I mean, he does have small hands.
Doesn't matter.
He does have small hands.
Y'all paid the big money to the wrong guy. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
So at the end of the day, we don't want to be that. But I will say that Aaron Rodgers taking shorts just to make sure that Dalvin gets on, and it coming out now that the bigger play is, you know, trade deadline.
Oh no, they're going on a little.
And we're gonna get right at trade deadline because
We'll see.
we're strategically putting our positions
guys
to win.
You guys are doing exactly what the Los Angeles Rams did.
That's it.
The Rams went all in. They traded all their draft picks and
Damn
they
right.
got all the hammers at the deadline and won their Super Bowl. So if y'all can take that blueprint, if it works, do it. Like that's what it's all about for me.
Operation F the next 5 years. That's
Yeah,
what it's
like
called.
who cares? You have Aaron Rodgers. It's not about the next 5 years anyway.
Nope.
It's about the next 2 or 3, right? Depending on how long he plays. And then by that time, you're hoping that Zach Wilson is ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hopefully.
he's looked good in preseason. He's starting
he's
to put
solid.
it together. So hopefully he can continue to grow and blossom as a quarterback. You know, grow some nuts as well because he looked like he's 16. Like he need to look like an adult out there. I don't appreciate that. Like he just look young. I don't like it. You know what I mean?
He needs a mustache ride.
Facts.
For sure.
He needs something.
Yeah.
He needs something.
I have a question, Claw.
How are you,
I'm not familiar with the Jets too much, but I did see a tweet that said that Aaron Rodgers hates his center. Is that true?
Yeah. I don't know if he hates him.
Doesn't hate him.
But I will tell you this, and this is some inside information that I found out from sources, that he wants his boy.
He wants Bakhtiari.
And that's kind of the reason why he took the shorts. They got to figure that out.
Okay.
So Bakhtiari's he's a left tackle. He's not a center, but he still wants his man.
They want his guy. He wants his guy.
I mean, the thing is that they're having.
Let's make sure
if you
get fucking slammed on that field.
If you're looking at in Hard Knocks, there is some miscommunication in regards to the center because Aaron Rodgers likes the ball snapped a certain way. He doesn't like the ball spiraled to him. He just likes it just a dead ball and let him handle it. Right? So the center tends to spiral the ball because naturally some centers just do that. Right? They're taught to do that. So he now has to understand, okay, cool, Aaron likes it this way. I need to be able to adjust. That's what camp is for, right? So, like, obviously, everything in Hard Knocks is going to be, like, micro-analyzed, and they're going to talk about it and dissect it. It's not a big deal. They'll get it right. Whether he's going to be a good center or he'll be adequate, they'll figure it out. Like, it's, you know, that I think that's the biggest challenge for this Jets team this year. It's not the actual, like, total offense. They have depth at running back. They have depth at wide receiver. They have depth at tight end. They have a top 5 defense. They have a top 5 special teams. Their head coach is a no-nonsense guy. They got a great quarterback. It's the offensive line. The offensive line is not good.
That's major, though.
They're going to have to address that quickly. And you're going to find that out within the first 2 weeks of the season because you're not playing any slouches. You got the Bills and you got the Cowboys coming back. Those are 2 top 10 defenses. So
Bills are no joke.
Yeah, exactly. Those are two teams that have a great pass rush. So the Jets are going to figure out real quick if this offensive line is good enough to be able to compete going forward into the season, or they're going to have to make changes quickly. So, you know, but they look good. I like the way Hard Knocks is playing out, man. It's very entertaining. Like Liv Schreiber is the man. Like he is the voice of God on that show. You know what I mean? I love him.
Last year was the Lions, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe
they did
so.
pretty good last year, and they still on the upper.
And I think Hard Knocks, if you're starting to think about it now, Hard Knocks used to be like the Madden jinx, where like you get on Hard Knocks and certain things just don't pan out for you, right? Starting to look the other way now, right? Like the Lions was on Hard Knocks. I remember when the Bengals was on it, then all of a sudden they got good. So being on Hard Knocks might be a good thing for teams to say, hey, let me sign up for this because everybody that's on Hard Knocks the last few years, they popping.
Progress.
You know what I mean? They teams look good. Yeah,
but that Madden curse still the Madden curse.
That Madden curse not.
And who's on that cover this year?
Who's on that cover this year with the name?
Josh Allen.
Is it?
Oh man.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs gonna want out of there. He like, oh, you sign up for that? I want out of here. Trade. Get me out of here. Out.
Book my flight.
Facts.
Before the snow come.
Yeah. Moving on. There's some reports out there that Shannon Sharpe has joined Stephen A. Smith on First Take. Now, I saw the report is that he's going to be Mondays and Tuesdays on the show. Stephen A. Smith came out with his podcast today. Stephen A. Smith Show is on YouTube. Great show. Salutes to him. That there's no deal in place yet. So he hasn't signed anything, but you know, things are working. Yeah, things are progressing in that way. He's going to make sure everything happens. Now, when I heard the report, two things into my brain, because that's the way my process works. I see headlines.
Yeah.
I see how it's written, and I automatically start processing things differently, right? Shannon Sharpe joins First Take. And now I have to go into the Rolodex, because I remember Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless discussing Kevin Durant leaving Golden State, or leaving the Oklahoma City Thunder and leaving Golden State. And, Stephen A. Smith said it was one of the weakest moves he's ever seen. Everybody was really critical of the move, to the point where Kevin Durant had to create burner accounts and defend himself, and he still, you know, he ended up getting out of there because he didn't fit in, right? He wasn't saluted as the guy, which I don't understand why he would ever be the guy, because it's Steph's team, right?
Correct.
But it started to dawn on me. I started to go back into the Rolodex of certain takes that Mr. Shannon Sharpe had about a Kevin Durant joining Golden State. And I'm like, interesting. It's that you would leave FS1 and go to ESPN, that's been leading the ratings for the past 12 years in a row. And you're going to sit there with a guy that has a big, strong personality like yourself, and you're only going to be there for 2 days a week. So you go from being the man to being just another guy. But nobody's going to think about it like that. Nobody's actually going to think about that he actually did the same thing Kevin Durant did. Interesting. You leave and join the competition.
Yeah.
What's the alternative, though?
The alternative was to wait
until
an opportunity comes where he can create his own narrative.
Okay.
He has Club Shay Shay. He doesn't need to be back on. He doesn't need to be back on debate TV right now.
True.
His stock is so high that if he would have stayed out, people would have been calling his phone. I'm sure he's getting calls, but the opportunities would have been there even more, because that void is there. Skip is coming back August 28th, right? He has a new setup, a new team, a new way he's doing the show. Michael Irving is no longer on First Take. They have to figure out what they're doing over there, and they're working, right? But that void of not having Shannon Sharpe on either station would be felt. People would be asking for him, right? It's kind of like when this is a wrestling thing here, is when CM Punk stepped away from WWE. Every arena, people kept screaming CM Punk. Him being away made his star get even bigger. Scarcity. Yeah, because they want that. So what he could have did was, he could have went to any network and said, hey, listen, the demand is there. Give me my own show. Give me my own show, and I have my own platform. I have my own panel. And now there's a third debate platform out there that you can be able to create your own competition. Maybe you're on a streaming service. Maybe you're not on an actual TV program or not on cable. Maybe you're on a streaming service. You'll be that guy to push that forward.
Who do you pair him with?
Shannon Sharpe?
Yeah.
I think you can pair Shannon Sharpe with a Marcellus Wiley. I think you can pair him up with, I think he would do well with Max Kellerman. I think that would do good.
I can see that.
Yes, I agree. But that's too much like the original, not the original, but the First Take from before.
I get it, but I think Shannon is a little bit more even keel, and I think he has he knows how to have debates with guys. Like I think Stephen A was looking for something completely different than what Max is. Max is just Max is a type of person like, you know, listen, Max is a New York guy. He know how to talk, and you got two New York guys there. That dynamic just didn't work. So for me, I'd like to ask the room, if this does go down, do you honestly believe that Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe make sense on a debate show Mondays and Tuesdays? Because they're very, very similar.
Alike, yeah.
You need difference in debate.
Yeah.
And shouts to my man Will Holly. He runs a great podcast, WBH Radio. Said something very interesting on his podcast. He said that debate shows need a racial undertone to it. And he's right. You need to have different perspectives to be able to get to where y'all want to go, right? So I have the athlete perspective, but I'm also a black man. You have the journalistic perspective, but you're also a white man. It works. Or you're the athlete, but you're a white man. I am the journalist and I'm a black man. That contrast works because when there's certain topics that come up, it works in regards to getting that different opinion, that different side of the track. That's why Shannon and Skip work so well. That's why Skip and Stephen A work so well, because of that contrast. I, for one, I'm not excited to see, first, I'm not excited to see Shannon Sharpe 2 days a week. And I'm also not excited to see Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith going at it. So I'd like to give it to the room. You know, I'm done with my diatribe. What does everybody think?
I'll start. Because I think Michael and Stephen A. worked. That's two black guys.
Yes, they did.
One athlete.
Yes, they did.
One journalist. I think that worked. I think Stephen A.
But let me interject. The reason why I think it worked, and this is why I think it's gonna be a problem for even Shannon and Stephen A, is because they both hate the Cowboys. How is that segment gonna go?
Yeah.
Michael Irvin is a Cowboys fan. So it works because you have Stephen A, who's the Cowboy hater. And that was just content gold. Now you got two guys that hate the Cowboys. How is that gonna go? So now you're gonna have to you're gonna have to put a third person in there, which probably is gonna be Marcus Spears, right? You're gonna have to put him in there and be the Cowboy guy, which now you're adding a third person in there for debate.
Correct.
I think
doesn't make sense.
I think the Monday and Tuesday is cool for now to see if it works.
If it works.
I don't think honestly Shannon or Stephen A would be the issue. The issue would be Molly. I don't know if she would work with them too. I'm interested to see how that goes because she likes to interject.
I ain't gonna lie, people be throwing shots. So people be throwing shots at Molly, boy.
So I'm interested to see how that works with her. But I think whether it works or not, we'll see. I think Monday and Tuesday is good to just see for now.
Okay, that's fair. What about you, Strife?
From what I'm hearing so far, I don't know. It seems like you said with Shannon and Stephen A. I feel like both of them are kind of like reactive, like
big personalities.
Like, no, but what I mean by reactive is like think of it like a boxing match. Like they're more like the count instead of like the first blow.
Okay,
that's kind of a problem because who's gonna throw the first blow? Right. So that's what I'm seeing from this. Is like, okay, if they're both kind of like similar on how they do their show, then where's the marriage, right? Where's the aha moment? Like it makes sense,
right?
Because it's gonna get to a point, like you said, they both hate the Cowboys. So it's gonna get to a point where it's like, okay, if you're watching a segment, am I watching a debate or is two people hating on somebody, right?
Exactly,
like,
right.
You know,
great point. Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing from it, and both people, they're very, very good at what they do, but you got to be very careful when we had this discussion earlier, when you're dealing with a show, when you're dealing with even numbers, right?
Yeah.
Got to be very careful with that because at the end of the day, where's the decision going to happen?
No, it's big facts. It's definitely big facts.
Most shows you see with 3, you could luckily get away with 4.
Right.
Right? But with those two, like again, you said Monday or Tuesday, probably just be the best just to test the waters.
Yeah, listen, I'm a big Shannon Sharpe fan. I think he's great. I don't like the optics of it. I just don't. I don't like that.
They
You
might
left-
bring up a third person.
Yeah, I guess, but the fact that you would leave that situation because of obviously we all know it's well documented about the
getting tense with
problems,
that,
right?
yeah.
The tension or what was going on, but it's like it don't look good, man. It don't look good to be able to just do the KD thing.
And the thing is with most of these sports shows, man, it's just nowadays we in 2023. It's not just TV they gotta worry about as far as competition. Like, you got the whole internet, man. Like, there's so many other shows that's now on like major publications, including yours, that could bring in a factor. And
Speaking of that, right?
yeah,
Let's go to Cam and Mace.
I was just about to say that.
They're very similar. They work. What's the difference between them two and Shannon and
I
They
think
they work because they got history of working before as far as like horse and carriage and music.
and also
So-
too, it's the type of show that they're doing.
Correct.
okay.
There's no limits to their show.
Yeah,
This is not you're talking about
If you put them
having
on-
your own situation and then ESPN, which is the big juggernaut, right? Like they're not gonna be able to go into whatever or cross whatever boundaries they would love to cross to be able to really make content
Cam and
go,
Mace work because
right?
they go all out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But if they get a TV publication, the girl that's on this show, I forgot her name. My apologies, but she would have to be a permanent staple. She would have to be a permanent staple if they ever got on TV,
Right?
Because that would be the limit where it's like, okay, we really can't do everything of what we want if we're on TV now. So she's there to kind of give us a mental reminder, not to tell us, but for the fact that they're seeing her, it's like, all right, we can't really wild out as much as we want to, right?
Yeah. So yeah, shouts to Shannon and First Take. I hope it works, but I'm watching Undisputed. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
They're gonna have Lil Wayne.
He has changed the game, whether you like it or not. He's changed it. He's impacted the game in some fashion or form.
I'm gonna find a bar mitzvah for you to go to, and you gonna turn that motherfucker out.
Yeah, all the gals watching.
Crack
'em
if you got 'em.
All the gals watching. Minus 6.
And I would like to formally welcome you to
Welcome.
welcome
And welcome
the grid.
To the grid. To the grid.
to the grid. Welcome to the grid.
And welcome to the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
Welcome back, y'all. Michael Oher and the Tuies? Is that what they called?
What?
Tuies? Toolies? Yeah, Toolies.
Trulies?
Trulies. The Blind Side.
Oh, okay.
It's a lie.
Oh man.
It's all a lie. Yo, when the news broke, I was shocked. Right? Because the thing is, for me, I remember when this movie came out, obviously Sandra Bullock won an Oscar off of that. It was critically acclaimed. It was a great film, really good movie, very inspirational. And I was trying to figure out because I was on the phone. And shout out to my man Casso in the building, right? I was on the phone with him, and I was just like, "Yo, wasn't Michael Oher like with this shit? Like, did he not have no interviews and things of that nature, and like was kind of like okay with what was going on?" I was like, it happened so long ago, you thought that was the thing. Come to find out, that wasn't the case. Behind the scenes, he was always telling people that it was a lie. And the craziest allegation is that he said that they told him that in order for him to be a part of the family, he had to sign this paper, which was the conservatorship papers, where they can be able to use his image and likenesses in businesses and stuff like that and make money. And obviously, as a young 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, you're going to sign whatever, right? So it's like, but now you're hearing both sides come out and, you know, there's allegations on the Thule side, you know, Michael Oher's side. Where are we? Are we somewhere in the middle? Or is it one side that's lying and the other side ain't? Like, Claw, what do you think?
I think the statute of limitations is up, and he can say whatever.
That's what I agree. That's what I agree. I agree.
The NDA expired, and
all right.
I want my money back because y'all did some funny shit.
Here's the villain part of me, right? This nigga was an NBA. He was an NFL player. Like, you ain't missing that money, fam. I'm sorry. Like, just take the money that you got. You retired. Let the Thules get their money, bro. The movie's great. Like, y'all can sit down and watch the shit, have a laugh.
He probably
be good.
He ain't eat off the movie though.
Yeah, he didn't eat off the movie. He
probably
didn't get
didn't eat
nothing
off
off
none of this shit.
Nah, he didn't get nothing.
He ain't get nothing.
He ain't get a
So
dime
at the
on
end of the day, it's like,
That's why you asking for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that back. Like, stop playing with me.
Right.
And this, but the thing is, nobody really, and nobody talks about this. This shit happens all the
time. Of course.
Right.
Yo, these families go get these players, and
Front of these-
we'll take them
Yep.
in.
Yep.
But really, I'm affiliated with the school, and I'm gonna put him through the school, and I'm be his right of guardian.
And then get all the money.
And I'm get all the money. I'm broker his deal.
Right.
I'm gonna eat, and him gonna get nothing.
Right. Nah, it's true. It's a ploy, right? You take these kids out of these impoverished communities and give them this illusion of you're gonna give them this better life, where their skill is actually providing them with that better life because their talent, their ability is pushing them into another environment that they've never been in, right? Their abilities doing that. You putting them up ain't doing that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's tough, man. I think honestly, when it does come down to it, like when this whole thing is settled, I think he gets all of his bread, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't see how there's any way that they can't see that it's bullshit. But you know, obviously there's gonna be a lot of things that come out in the coming weeks and stuff like that. So anybody else got any thoughts on
Why
it?
now? I mean, I know you said statute of limitations, Claw, but
Again, that's
seriously
what I
though,
agree.
why
I agree, Claw.
Why now? Why
Yeah.
is he doing this now? The
Yeah.
movie been out for 15
Almost
years.
10 years, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Couldn't do it
Because his pocket's on rabbit ears,
Couldn't do
man.
nothing.
That's
Yeah,
why.
That's what I'm thinking.
That could be a part of it, but also you got to think about, so when you're young and gullible, like, first off, you think about the money that you're making as you first get drafted into the NFL. You're not thinking about like the long term. You're just thinking about the right now. So now the long term is actually kicking in, and yeah, he may be not saying he's broke, but he may be now he's like, damn. All of that stuff that was going on, my agent, everybody was supposed to be taking care of me, but nobody took care of me, and now I'm taking care of myself.
But maybe I have an answer for you, Chili. I think the reason why he's doing it now is because he just recently found out that he wasn't officially adopted this year.
Oh.
He found that out in
that's
January of 23. He thought that he was actually a Thule, right? And then found out that he was not. So I think
He
for
didn't take
him,
the name, no? How you not? I mean,
right? So for him, what do you? What is he like?
all it takes is like the racist grandmother to be on her deathbed. Like, you were never one of us.
Yo, fucking drunk sitting in her chair.
Why is he here? He said, no matter what type of success you ever had, I just want to tell you, you're never one of us. Never one of us, right? You will never, ever be one of us. But yo, I think that plays a major part in it. Is that I think his feelings was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about like all of these years that's passed that you honestly thought that you are part of this family, right? Like, you literally are an adopted child and you're not.
That would have me raise hell too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be hot.
Imagine that's like, yo, really, and put it in other terms, that it's like, yo, you know, you did a bit for your man.
Right.
Correct.
And kind of find out, yo, your man ratted on you, and that's the reason why you end up doing the bid, and he got off. And you probably went around thinking, yo, I'm part of this family.
Right.
I'm going to play by these rules. Y'all got you. I'll take one for y'all. And I'll, whatever. You know what I mean? I'll sign it, whatever. Come to find out.
You come out to nothing.
Yeah, you was never really that, bro.
Right.
Oh, you didn't know?
That changes everything now.
Yeah.
Okay.
RJ, whatever the hell his name was, like, yo, fam, nah, bro, you not what it
Yeah,
was. You
nah,
know that.
he's definitely scoring. And listen, shouts to him. I can't tell him how to feel. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine, like, not having a family and thinking that you have a family and then you don't have a family?
Yeah.
So all of that past trauma from your childhood of not having a broken home into thinking that you have a stable home,
it's still
and to
there.
go right back into not having a home.
Yeah.
Even it doesn't matter how old you are, that trauma's still there.
Still there. Yeah.
So
I think some of this is still
crazy.
on him though, because I seen something today that he was saying that the part that really bothered him about the movie and all that was that they were kind of making it seem like he couldn't read and write. And it's like, well, I mean, you knew that back then. Like if I was watching, I'm like, I could read, I could write. Like, nah, we ain't about to just let this play out, like, and be quiet until now. You know what I mean? So
that's something I would love to know about as well. Is like what took him so long to say, like, if he was saying things behind the scenes, cool, but why wasn't it public? Right? Like, why didn't you make us think about it before?
Yeah,
because that's
all them years of that dry ass turkey, bro. It's gonna get you. If we had no seasoning, bro, nah, bro, you gotta talk your shit, man. You took one for the culture.
So he got used to that bad food, man.
He took one for the culture, but what it cost?
Facts,
right?
His culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
there you go.
Get your money, man.
Get your money, exactly. Get all of it, every dime.
Get it back.
Every dime, even the DVD box. I want.
I want some of Sandra Bullock's money.
Facts. I want all of that. I want the original sticker that they put on the DVD box.
Matter when the Oscar.
Right. You know when that seal is on there and that sticker get broke. Now I want the old sticker that's on there. I want to make sure that's back on there. Make sure that shit is
I want
crisp.
the cost per plastic.
Facts.
For the DVD.
Replastic my shit. Okay. All of that. Moving on. Moving on to some football news, obviously, because we're still here with football. All right. Zach Martin got his money. As a Cowboys fan, I feel great. Giants fan, I know you don't care. That's fine.
No, I don't.
That's fine. It's problems for you. Okay, it's problems for you.
We'll
But
see.
I knew that Jerry was gonna do the right thing. I knew it. I sat here. I said, "Listen, I'm not worried about it. You know, the news broke. Everybody, what you think about Zach Martin?" Jerry, we got Jerry. Jerry said, "Listen, Zach, don't talk to Steven. Just when you're ready to talk to me, just come upstairs and talk. Just don't. When you see Steven, just don't say nothing. Okay, Steven gonna mess you up. Come up here, talk to me. All right, we go ahead, figure it out. How much you want? You want $40 million? We give you 40. That's it. It was a 3-minute conversation. Cause he held out, right, for some days. Everybody complaining. Like in a blink of a hat, deal done. How? The Jerry factor. That's what happens, bro. You go speak to Jerry, it's all good. The Cowboys are, I ain't gonna lie to you. They've been having a lot of fights in camp, though. A lot of fights.
Really?
They've been scrapping a lot in camp. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Texas, bro. It's hot.
I have no idea. Listen.
Yeah.
Relax.
Claus, Texas.
You need to relax over there, okay? You need to don't be spinning no narratives over here, okay?
That dry heat, son.
That dry heat.
Your boy Dak is just
Gatorade's
throwing
hot.
multiple picks.
Word.
They over him.
Don't start.
They over him.
I got flame for you today. Don't do it.
Try it.
Don't do it.
You cannot say anything until y'all replace Dak. Once y'all replace him, then you can talk.
All right,
to him.
here's what I'm
Once
gonna
y'all replace him, then you can talk to him.
Here's what I'm gonna get him. What did he just mention just now, KLAW? He said that Dak throws a lot of interceptions in practice, right? Well, let's segue into what I was actually going to talk about. Thank you, Chili. Brock Purdy is now the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Salute, right? But guess what happened to Brock Purdy? He's thrown, I can't remember how many passes, but they said that he's thrown 10 interceptions in practice already. So for a person,
Dak is throwing 10 interceptions in practice. Like,
you see where the goalposts get moved now? You see, I bring facts to you, and now the goalpost gets moved. So my thing is, you want to talk about my quarterback? Your guy throws 10 interceptions, and he only threw like 20 passes.
You talking about for the entirety of him being there?
No.
In
We're
practice.
talking about practice. They've been here
since
right
they
now.
started. 10 interceptions versus three at practice. I'll take that.
Oh, 3 at practice. So that's okay.
No, 3 at practice for Dak. I'll take that. Every practice he's throwing 3 interceptions.
No, he hasn't.
Bro, you kidding me? Why they fighting?
Do you know?
What? So they're fighting because of Dak?
Yes, hell yeah.
So you're spinning that narrative,
bro. It's not me spitting anything. It's your team spitting it.
You play football. You've been in OTAs.
Yeah.
They don't fight because of the quarterback. They fight because they want to fight.
Yo, they fight because your team is always gonna rally against you if something's not going right.
Dummy, yeah.
Keep going.
You can play it, but if your team is not doing something right, guess what you do? Now you're rallying. Now people are giving pushback.
I see. So it's not the fact that it's like 100 degrees outside and there's a
that's going to be a contributing factor.
There's a
Like
gang
you said,
tackle and then you're like, get off my back, pause. I don't need you on me, and then I'm gonna fight. No. Or you go ahead and hit me too hard and say, listen, we're practicing. The next time you hit me like that, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. That's what happens in practice.
We could paint that narrative, but
that's what happens.
What's really happening is, yo, Dak, throw the effing football.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yo, Dak, I'm wide open. Yo, Dak, what are we doing?
But you do realize that most of the fights are happening with defensive players.
Dummy. Yeah.
Real quick. You know who's not throwing interceptions at practice?
Aaron.
No. Him too. Pete Carroll.
Yo, did y'all see the video?
Pete Carroll's
listen,
slinging it.
Listen, Pete Carroll.
Hey, he's doing it. He's doing it.
Claw. Hey. Right. You gotta hold that, but you're right. Pete Carroll was out there wilding.
Hit me. What happened?
70 years old. He was out there just having fun practice.
70 years old. 73.
He over here dipping and juking, throwing it on the run, deep passes, running down the sidelines. Yo,
no,
the man is 70. Insane. He's 73 years old.
Barry, how about the no look?
Yo, had a no look Mahomes pass. Yo, he was wilding. He was wilding out there. Nah, it's out there, bro. Yo,
no look pass.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now I'm gonna spit the narrative right here. Here's the thing. Did you see Pete Carroll having this type of fun when Russell Wilson was there? I'm just saying. This is a man that looks like he's like, yo,
what a relief.
Ciara here.
He just got divorced.
Yeah, there's none of these fake people here. I could just have fun. I actually have a good quarterback that I like. I got a quarterback that I like. I'm gonna have fun out here.
Fucking Ciara's gone.
Right.
Finally.
Oh my God.
All the tabloid cameras are out of here.
Right.
Ciara boys out of here.
She used to always ask me questions. I'll be, yo, just shut up. Just talk to him.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me, man. Where your husband at? Like, why are you next to me? Right? Where's the PR lady? You're supposed to be next to me and have her over there. Why are you right here? Why are you even on the practice field? Like, what are we doing? So Pete Carroll's having the time of his life. I love to see it. I love to see the fact that Seattle is back, having fun, having a good time. I want to see the Seahawks back because, Russell Wilson. Yeah. You said it right.
You still think he's going to be trash this year?
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Because
even with the new baby on the way.
Rumor has it is that he's struggling in camp.
Oh, man.
Rumor has it. And I said it, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? He's washed.
Broncos.
He's definitely washed. Yeah, he's washed.
Broncos spent all that
money. They're going to ride right off that mountain.
Facts.
Facts. They spent all that money.
Moving on. Oh, definitely want to send my condolences, RIP to Alex Collins. Running back. He played for the Ravens. He played for the Seattle Seahawks. 28 years old.
Very
motorcycle accident. Right?
Yeah, I think it was it's just tragic, man. You know what I'm saying? So, thoughts and prayers to the family, and you never want to hear no bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tough.
That's crazy.
It's unfortunate.
It was shocking, when it came in. So, definitely wanted to pay my respects to him as well. Jonathan Taylor returns to camp. Since we're sticking on running backs. Do you think that he takes the Saquon blue pill?
Needs to.
I think every running back at this point needs to.
There's no market.
There's no market
unless you wait it out till.
I was gonna say that.
But if you waited, but what are you waiting out?
You got to risk injuries and all that stuff. That's the worst part.
I mean, that's the position, right? Yeah. Like you have to. The the running back position is so bad to this point that you can't. You have no leverage.
Yeah.
As a running back, you don't have any leverage. So you have to play. You have to play. You got to stay healthy, and you got to just hope for the best. And
how does the NFL fix this? You either take the position out, or everybody takes a stand and say we ain't doing nothing until these running backs.
I think it's analytics. Analytics has changed the way people look at sports, right? Yeah. Like if you look at baseball, I know you guys are not baseball fans, but analytics.
I am. So.
Okay, so it's more of, you know, all of these advanced stats that they look at rather than the person that's actually in front of you, right? Like what are the actual characteristics or the greatness of this particular player? No, we have to look at his advanced stats and see why he's good for this team.
Yeah.
In football, what happened was it was like, okay, why should we pay one running back $17 million a season when we can have three?
Right. That makes sense.
Right? So analytics caused the game to look at the running back position as we don't need one.
Yeah.
We can have three that do the same thing. Yeah. Like if you notice, running backs are the most drafted position in the NFL draft because you can be able to get them late. You can be able to stockpile a whole bunch of them and have them compete. Whoever rises out of the ashes, you're gonna be on the team. You'll be our starter. You'll be our backup. You'll be our number 3. You'll be our practice squad guys. There's no need to kind of like feel pressured to pay a running back because you can always find another running back. Yeah. That's the problem, is that when you find a good quarterback, you can't replace a great quarterback, right?
He's the captain of the
but
team.
with a running back, you can have a Barry Sanders back there. I don't necessarily need you to be Barry.
Right.
I can have 3 guys that can be able to have 3 different skill sets and be effective anyway. Yeah. So I don't need one guy to be able to have 300 carries a season. That's why the running back position, it'll never get back to what it is unless this is where it flips. If a running back is on a championship team, helps that team get to a Super Bowl, has a great Super Bowl, and wins that Super Bowl with that great team, that's when the narrative will change.
When is the last time that happened?
The last time that happened was, I couldn't tell you, bro.
Right, I'm trying to think. I
couldn't tell you, bro. It could have been Marshawn Lynch when they won the first Super Bowl had a terrible Super Bowl.
Right.
The second one where they lost, he had a good Super Bowl. I think he had 120 something yards that game, that Super Bowl.
Maybe.
So
Jerome Bettis?
Has it been that far?
Yeah, you have to think back. I mean, you got Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis. That's what I was gonna say.
Like,
the Broncos.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's the thing, because sports, it's a copycat league. So everybody wants the next Patrick Mahomes, right? Because he's the one that's killing right now. Right? I mean, but if you have a great running back that comes along and dominates the game to the point where he can literally help his team get to a Super Bowl and win, you're going to start to see teams start drafting guys like that. And that's when the narrative will change. Running backs they got to eat shit right now. They got to stay healthy, and they got to make sure that they're having some type of impact when it matters.
But that's a big chance to take on somebody like that. Because you changing the whole playbook to form around that person. I mean, that means that, all right, you're going to get some, wide receivers and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have a
let's
special
say if you're a
one.
passing team, and then you get a running back. It's like, all right, now we got to change the whole format and be a running team, right? And then you got to have great pocket protection. So it's like, it's
Sports.
a lot. It's a lot to do. Like you said, it is a copycat because, it's kind of similar to music. If one person blows up this way, they're like, oh, we need to find this person.
Correct.
Instead of, we need to find somebody new that's, no one has ever seen. How can you find that, right? It's like looking for treasure without a map.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree.
That was the. So you remember in Jerry Maguire, that used to be how it was back in the day with the slot receivers.
Yes.
Everybody was small, fast, but the most talent came out of the slot receiver.
Yeah.
And in that movie with what's his name, Rod Tidwell, that played like the slot receiver. They was like, oh yeah, you come into free agency. We got to renew your contract. He was like, I'm gonna hold out. And he played the whole season as a free agent and wound up getting his money at the end of the season.
Right.
And that's how any football player in that type of position, whether it's like a slot receiver, running back, well, now receivers get paid differently. But now, it's crazy how they hold you to you got to withstand. Your body has to hold up. If your body's not gonna hold up, then. But that's their business.
And also too,
a lot of
you got to remember, most of these running backs that have gotten their money, they've either like fell off the cliff in regards to production, or they've gotten in trouble.
Yep.
So when you have those things, why should anybody be in a rush to pay you? Because it's okay, if we pay you what we paid that guy, how do we know that you're not gonna fall off the table like that too? So you have to. So the big guys, the guys that are holding the weight in regards to being the superstars in the league, they have to show camaraderie. They have to show consistency of not getting in trouble and being able to be productive. Once that happens, then now the trust will come back from the GMs.
I'm thinking
from the
about
owners.
one already, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
He got traded. Or he what?
Why? Dalvin Cook left his team because he's 28 years old.
Yeah.
But
and he wants his money. And
That's
the
like
team
being
has
in
a
your prime.
younger Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
So they're like, why should we pay you? You're good, but we already got your replacement. The same thing with Melvin Gordon when he held out with the Chargers. They were like, we have Austin Eckler. Yeah. Goodbye. And now Austin Eckler's dealing with the same shit. Like, that's just the way it is. They don't need to pay you because somebody else is gonna come and fill that role regardless. They like running backs don't win Super Bowls. They don't. Not in this era. They don't. So if that's the case, then why should teams feel the need to pay you? Running, it's a tough situation, but it is what it is.
Tough. It is tough.
You know what I'm saying? After the break, we're gonna talk about some more football stuff. We have Zeke joining the Pats. I want to know how you feel about that, Claw. He's in your division now. What's up with that?
That's crazy too.
You don't know that?
What's up with that?
Gonna wait. Yeah.
You got anything?
Yeah.
After the break. Zeke is back in the NFL. I'm happy for him, man, being back in the NFL, though. Like, you know, he got cut by the Cowboys. It was very sad. A lot of Cowboys were very emotional. You know, Dak, that's his man. He was his best friend. Cowboys fan. Zeke, why did they have to get rid of him? They could have kept him. And, you know, me, I was just like,
as a Giants fan, I smiled a little bit.
I smiled too. Yeah, he used to tear y'all up. Well, he's back in the NFL with the New England Patriots. So salute to him. He signed a 1-year deal. I don't know if I think it's north of $6 million. He can be able to make a little bit more than that with incentives, obviously. So the person that I'd like to ask, Claw.
All right.
AFC East. How do you feel about it?
Get their money back.
Really? So you think he's washed?
Listen, man. I think it's a great deal for him. Third down back, bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? Get those goal line touches, if that. But maybe he needs restructuring for himself. He shot the bet out there when it came down to get his moment, and he fell at it. He got underperformed. He underperformed and got outshined by the talent that was coming up behind him.
Tony Pollard.
I don't think there ain't much left in the tank. I mean, granted, New England does that thing where they clean you up and you make sure your socks are ironed and your jersey's tucked in, get a nice haircut.
New can of paint.
That shit don't matter. Like, it's over. I don't see it happening.
You know what's crazy about Zeke when we think about his career is that he's only 27 years old.
27.
Yeah, 26, 27 years.
Seemed
old.
like his career was like 10 years, right?
Because of, you know, all the wear and tear that he had, man. Like he had a lot of injuries towards the end of his Cowboys tenure. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of, like he said that he was dealing with a PCL injury and a lot of stuff, but because he's a running back, you can't complain about it because, you know, you have to kind of
show up.
Yeah, you got to show up. So, you know, I personally think he can be a very good complimentary back. I don't necessarily believe that he's ever going to be a RB1 anymore. That's not where his career is now. But he can make a very good living being an RB2, being a complimentary back, being the guy that can be able to go in there and get goal line touches and be a veteran and a leader in that locker room. Because I think that New England team needs somebody to have some leadership. They have some turmoil on that team, whether it be Mac Jones and the coach Belichick, they're not getting along, or the offense doesn't look that great. Zeke can be able to come in there with his carefree self, always smiling, bring up the room. You know what I'm saying? Maybe change the dynamic of that locker room a bit and kind of loosen it up. Because obviously, when you won the Belichick, it's no fun zone right over there. So he could probably bring a different dynamic over there. So salutes to Zeke, man. I hope it works out for him, but he gonna have a long season. He gonna have a long season over that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you, because the Patriots don't look that good.
And it gets cold up there. Yeah. That's one thing. You ain't played. I don't know if you played in the cold that long, but it gets cold up there.
It's a different vibe up there. It's definitely a different
sitting on the
vibe.
bench.
Still cold.
And you're next to the blower machine that it gives you a little something, but when they call you in like, yo, 15, you're in. And he's like, I don't want to get cold.
I'm not going in there, coach.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
That's it.
Not gonna
got
happen.
the same problems.
Not gonna happen.
It's crazy.
From
At
last
45 years old, you could be a quarterback and win a Super Bowl, but at
27, you done.
Back, you are a locker room guy.
Cooked.
You are a water cooler.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely
Gatorade specialist.
It is definitely. Oh my goodness! Now it's time for my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me! I mean, how do you watch the? They stink.
Every week it gets better. It does. Stories, they just come out of nowhere. Well, here's the first one. Australian couple charged with 5 counts of bestiality for allegedly having sex with 2 dogs over the course of a year.
That's nuts, man.
This is the second bestiality topic that we've had in the last few weeks. What is going on with these people?
How did this get found out? That's what I want to know.
Yo, somebody had to catch him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody had to catch him in the act. Whether it be a mailman, whether it be an Amazon delivery driver, somebody caught him.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
he must have been dropping the packages off and seen somebody licking nuts.
They're
right?
doing it again next door, Jane.
Right.
They're doing it again.
Caught him on the ring bell outside.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call the cops.
Caught him on the porch on the ring bell.
They got their face in the animal shelter.
Right.
Oh man.
Do not adopt to these people. Like,
Yo, that might be facts.
Yeah.
That might be facts.
I'm fucking disgusted.
Like, what are we doing,
See,
bro?
Like, vet doing the checkup was like, I don't look right.
Yo, can you like
let me do it?
Just think about how the poor dogs feel. Like they wake up in the morning, right? Like, man, I'm hungry, man. Yeah, what you want? Yo, you think there's no food downstairs? Yeah, we can't get no food unless we do what we're supposed to do. Damn, we did that shit yesterday though. Yeah. I don't want to do that no more, bro. Like, I'd rather run away. Like, can we run away? So like, can I do something about this?
Straight.
Like, you know that your master's gonna dingle you, bro. That's a messed up feeling. That's like jail. That's like jail.
Yeah.
That's like jail, bro. That's like Oz. Remember, HBO. Everybody was getting dingled in Oz. Every episode.
But the fact that they're a couple doing that shit is even worse.
Right.
Like, that's just wild.
Somebody cupping to somebody else.
Oh, you wild. You need to relax. Yeah. What's the next one?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, moving on. Even Nicole, you see Nicole's face like, move on, please.
Too much.
Please. All right, what's the next one? Oh, Florida woman reportedly poured Mountain Dew on herself to remove DNA after murdering roommates.
I saw a post on this.
Florida woman. Listen, if you guys don't know about this show, every time Irrelevant News of the Week comes on, there's always Florida.
Yeah, Florida something.
Like Mountain Dew. So let's just think about the thought process here. She's like, all right, there's blood everywhere. What it gotta be bleach underneath the sink here. There's no bleach. What the hell am I gonna do? Debbie's gonna come home any minute.
Yeah.
Fridge. No, there's Coke in there. You can't use Coke. That stains. Mountain Dew. Yes, use the Mountain Dew. What? What would make you say that Mountain Dew is gonna be able? Now, granted, you drink Mountain Dew. They say that this is back in the day. I don't know if they fixed it, but if you drink Mountain Dew too much, it makes your urine dirty. So if you take a drug test, it comes back dirty. So maybe she's thinking, oh well, you can be able to trick the drug test or whatever it is. You have. How do you expect to get? Yo,
She was trying to get the DNA off her hands, but
by pouring Mountain Dew,
right? Nah, wildin'.
She blew it.
She definitely blew it.
She went right past the Coca-Cola.
Yo, now when the cops found her, right, when they actually got to the scene,
yeah,
I know the cops, they busted in, right, busted the door down with their guns. Race. Smell like
a Taco Bell in here.
Smell like where's the body? Is that what you? No. It's Mountain Dew.
All over the place.
Hold on, there's a trail. Follow the trail. And you see a trail of Mountain Dew go to the closet. We found this idiot hiding in the closet with Mountain Dew all over.
Sitting in a fucking puddle. A fucking green.
Doused in Mountain Dew with the bottle in her hand.
Like antifreeze.
Like, right? Stupid.
Dummy. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Florida woman. That's what I gotta say.
Jesus. Exactly. That's all you gotta say, Kenny. Florida woman.
That's water in Florida.
Yo,
Yes.
gotta be.
Yo,
It's
if we
got
can
to
swap
be.
out Florida and take Puerto Rico, like officially, I'm with that.
Right.
Let's just do
I'm
it.
with that. I am
You know
definitely
what
with
I'm saying?
that.
Let's just do it.
I'm
Let's get the deal done.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Patricia Crentilsil, infamous tan mom from New Jersey, is running for U.S. Senate in Florida. If you see this lady, so she's a white lady.
Mm-hmm.
She is as dark as QG Phil over here. Dark.
Around the eyes too?
Yes.
Damn.
Because usually that's where you can't tan there.
Bro. Like, anybody can run for Senate in Florida, I guess. There's no...
Another Florida.
It's nuts. All right, now, if...
Out of all the states, she chose Florida?
Here's where my brain goes, right? Something wrong with me. If you're a black person and you're looking for a black candidate, you vote for her. Because she's so dark. Right? It's like, oh, there's nobody else on the ballot. I may have to go with Tan Mom, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, they gave Rachel Doomaville hell.
Oh, yeah.
And she was actually for it. Like,
Yo, yeah, she pulled it off, though.
Yeah,
she went straight to the top.
Well, she got an OnlyFans now?
She pulled the Doja Cat.
She does have an OnlyFans now. Yeah, she does have an OnlyFans.
Does she?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's on there, though? Like,
I don't know. Somebody gonna pull
we're
it
gonna
up.
take one for the team anyway, Jimmy.
Some fried
chicken.
Some fried chicken.
Oh my gosh. And an apron.
Moving on. Man arrested after he was seen sniffing women's butts at Barnes and Nobles.
Yo, he's wild.
He is wild.
Now, this is an upgrade.
Yo.
This is an upgrade from the mirror on the front of the shoe. Right? Because old man used to put the mirror on the front of the shoe, be in the
to
trade.
look up this somebody. Yeah, look up
that was the thing back in the day, Nicole. That was the creep thing back in the mall. See the old man with the
bro
sniffing butts.
No, yo.
At a Barnes
The crazy
and
thing about it is
Noble.
Barnes and Noble. Why are Barnes and Noble?
Because there's a lot of women go to Barnes and Noble to read books. It's like a Starbucks type of thing where people just go there to kind of like hang out and read books and mingle.
How do you go about sniffing butts?
Yo, they
Probably not well.
Yo,
Apparently it's not something you do.
probably they over here reaching for a book and he just right. That's his chance.
Do you have to understand, right, that Barnes and Noble is the one place a woman can go to fart every trip because she knows that she don't have to be sexy there.
Right.
So do you understand what Barnes and Noble
Smells
butts
like?
smell like?
Yo.
9 times out of 10, a woman goes when she's on her joint.
Oh.
And she's going because she's like, you know what? I don't feel good. I'm just going to read a book. And you got asshole over here sniffing her on the worst day of the month. And that's his thing, bro.
Yeah.
Throw him
Listen,
under the jail.
All I know is not only did they arrest him, but I'm sure they had to put him in quarantine because I'm sure he was contagious for pink eye.
Yo,
Absolutely.
bro. Jeez Louise.
Smelling all that fart. What's wrong with you, bro?
Different.
Yo, some dudes is crazy, man.
I don't get it.
It's a weird ass fetish, man.
Weird ass fetish.
Word. Insane. Dude, yeah, throw him super under the bus, bro.
Bro, like
I'm just thinking.
I mean, but let's deep dive into this though, real quick. Let's deep dive into it.
All right, here we go.
Why? How do you know what you don't know what I'm saying? I'm just asking. For those who eat ass, is it not the same?
But I don't. But I don't. Let that stay for the record. I don't condone it.
He said he doesn't, guys. He said he doesn't.
But I'm pretty sure for the people that do, there is consent involved.
There is consent.
That's
I'm
why.
sure it's probably clean. Probably.
You don't know that.
I'm saying.
You don't know that. Some people like what's my man name that used to do the porns? That live in Long Island. Brian Pumper. He used to like them. He used to like them smelling away.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's probably his man. I guess got jammed.
Facts.
Up.
Yeah.
He probably know Brian Pumper. Yeah, it's bad. Smelling butts at a Barnes and Noble. That might have to be the title. I don't know.
Smelling butts at
bar
Barnes
I'm
and
going
Noble.
to.
That's like an ill title.
Oh my goodness.
That shit sound crazy.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. Moving on. Okay, this one is a conversation, but it needs to be had. Dying wife asks husband, can I have sex with my ex one last time?
That shit crazy.
Now,
die.
I need to have a conversation. And
no
he already
way.
said his joint.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way.
Nah.
This is her dying wish. Claw?
Wait, who's dying?
The girl. The wife.
The wife dying?
Yes.
Yeah.
She wants her ex to blow her
She
back
wants her
out.
ex to
To
blow,
blow
her
back out one last time.
Am I on the will?
Yes. You get everything, bro.
Now, if I'm getting everything,
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, you still the husband.
At
It's
the end
not
of
like
the
she
day,
don't.
I'm gonna cut you off right here.
She's not.
right there.
I'm gonna cut
She's
you off
not.
right
Trying,
there.
Yeah.
She's not leaving you. She just wants to get that old thing back one time, and then.
She's dying.
Yes.
Yeah, she's
See,
dying.
that's hard.
Get your shit off.
Yeah.
That's hard. Because you've been thinking about this since we've been married.
Facts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Every time you have an argument, she
Yeah,
think about
you've
that.
been
Yeah.
thinking about
Yeah.
this. And that's...
So would I be wrong if I was the husband and
you gave it an A-okay?
No. I'm giving the A-okay. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna say, yeah, go ahead. But would I be wrong if I wanted her to die in the act?
Oh, I mean...
Damn, I wasn't here. Yo, that was dark.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you wouldn't be wrong,
She
but if
probably
it
wants that
happens,
too.
it happens, though.
She probably wants that.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So everybody gets their wish.
Yeah.
Hold up. But did they say what she's dying of? Like,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really don't.
Don't matter.
She's already dead to me when she asked me that shit.
Yeah, right. Right. That's what I'm saying.
You might as well die. Fuck.
That's a crazy thing to ask for, though. You know, I'm gonna have to ask the only.
But
woman.
yo, that's-
Oh, I gotta ask the only woman in the room, though. Nicole, thoughts?
Which part?
Would you be okay with that?
I guess it depends what the circumstances, like the illness or whatever. If it's like something like serious.
Yeah, it's terminal. Like you know, he has stage 5 cancer.
This is like fast death or slow death. I think is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Where he has like 3 weeks to live.
Damn.
Yeah.
Get your shit off.
Is
shit off.
Is the timeline that makes the difference?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is the timeline?
Yeah. Listen.
Like,
This is,
oh yeah, you can do it, but like you have a year left, so in 11 months and 20
5 days.
Yeah, because
break it off.
let's think about it, right? What if Cookie and Magic thought the same thing back in 1992?
But Max was always getting this shit on. He was already getting this shit
Well,
on.
but what I'm saying is that what if she was like, what if she was like, all right, cool, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just let him rock because I don't know how long he gonna be here.
He was
And then-
rocking though.
and
He
then-
was
right.
rocking and rolling.
Right. I don't think rocking was a problem.
But what I'm saying is that she's okay with it now because she's like, I mean, he could be going any minute. 40 years later, Magic's still here. He's still out here, right? Like that's the dark side of the moon, right? That's all I'm saying.
That's the thing.
But
you let this happen.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the cure for cancer.
That's what I'm saying, right? Right? That's what I'm saying. Like 6 weeks happened, and there's a cure out here now.
Right.
Now we're gonna have a different conversation.
Now she was
right.
You gotta die.
So now
you gotta die.
So now it's like you get that miracle pill. You get that miracle pill, and he's like, man, I'm so happy that you're here, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Remember that night that you told me that you wanted to do? Yo, it'll be a conversation forever now.
Yes.
Yeah, you owe me one.
Facts. You owe me one. Hall pass. I definitely need a hall pass then.
And it gotta hurt too.
Yeah. You gotta watch.
Yeah.
Let the wife watch.
Let the wife watch. You gotta become a cuckold now. Yeah, you gotta watch.
That's it.
You gotta watch. That's all I'm saying. You gotta hold the camera.
But you know what ammunition he has forever?
Yo, facts.
That he can pull that one move that women do to men.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Having the best night of your life.
And just then mess it up.
I just found it funny that
oh, you're having a good time? Well, I remember when you were having the best time of your life. You supposed to be dying. You still here. I had to watch.
Jeez. I had to accept you back.
Right. And I had to take you back after.
I didn't get the money back from the funeral parlor.
Word. Couldn't get my return.
I let you do this and I don't get no money?
Right.
No.
Now, that's what I'm saying. You getting the money, you good. It's just, she just want her back blown out by somebody else. That's it. And you gotta watch.
Yeah. All this time. Yeah. She just had you in comparison with her ex.
Yeah.
Once she says that, yeah.
And then what's crazy is that after she passes, right, and you check the phone, she been talking to him the whole time.
The whole time, bro. Shit never stopped.
Yeah.
So, yo, you told him?
He asked her to ask him.
And at that point, do you visit the grave? We going deep down. We going way deep down. You visit the grave after that? You find out all that.
Do they have kids? Because if they got kids, you're gonna have to visit the grave.
Yeah.
Kids gonna ask.
They can take grandma. They can take grandma.
All right, them kids gonna go. Daddy, we was gonna visit.
They
Mom.
can take.
You don't come with us.
They could take Uncle Dennis or Aunt Lena. They can send them. I'm not going. Cause after they go in the car, right? Kids, go ahead and go to the car. Say goodbyes to your mother. I'm going to say a couple things to mom. Alone. And they go to the car, skip to the car, and they're holding hands and close the door. What I'm gonna leave here is off my merry ways, right? It gets deep. It gets dark. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
It's buried in the backyard, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay taxes.
Facts.
Heard about that.
That's the thing.
Because you technically, your plot of land's a graveyard.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about not for tax purposes. After break,
I know it got dark.
We're gonna actually talk about some basketball after the break. Do I have a story to tell you, people? If I told you that a basketball player, his career was possibly ended because of people cutting corners about certain manufacturing of sneakers, would you believe me? Would you believe me?
Yeah.
Would you believe me if I told you that the person that has guided you your entire career possibly might have been the one to sabotage your career? Would you believe me?
Like,
it wouldn't be far-fetched,
purpose
right?
or like
no,
inadvertently, like it just
inadvertently.
Not on purpose.
But you know, when feelings get caught up, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because the end result is that the career is over.
Correct.
So, rumor has it is that Lonzo Ball, all of these problems that he's having right now, is because of the big baller brand sneakers that he was wearing.
He's trying to say it was made.
That's wild to even think about. That your father, who's been your hype man your entire life, and who's tried to set you up for business and set you up for big things, kind of inadvertently caused you to end your career. Because back when he was playing, if you remember, he would constantly have to change the sneakers.
Yeah.
He would have like 5 or 6 of them for a game because he would keep swapping them out because they would break. They wouldn't have the right, whatever it is, comfort or whatever, material or what. So he would have to keep changing them out. Now, if you're thinking about that, you being a high performance athlete and your shoes are not right, that can cause a lot of problems.
You could get injured from that too.
Listen, Penny Hardaway's career got cut short because of this foam posits. If nobody realized that, foam posits is what caused his career to kind of tail off.
because they were basketball shoes.
They were too heavy.
Yeah, they
were too heavy. You know what I mean? They weren't. They were built like a boot, and it wasn't the right shoe for him. It caused his career to be shortened. So for Lonzo, like if this is something that I don't know if he's thinking about, I'm sure it is, but it's like, man, how do you live that down? Like what type of conversation is that to have with the person that's been your biggest supporter? Like, bruh, you really couldn't go to like the high end manufacturers out there and get a quality shoe. Like, we could have did this the right way and you cut corners. Like, you didn't need to cut corners because I was here. Like, I have the money to be able to help you fund this the right way. I get that you was grinding for us. I get that you was trying to put everything together. I'll never say anything negative about you with that. But the fact that I got the bag now, you need to trust me to be able to build this the right way.
I don't think his father thought that initially.
I'm sure he didn't.
Because with most people that create a product, what they want to do is just go to the manufacturer and try to keep the margins low. Right. But, you know, it has its downsides to that. The downsides would be the quality of the item. Now, if they're selling it to their customers, it's like, okay, we could probably do this initially and then eventually build up. But then sometimes if they sell to their customers and they like it, why would they ever want to change? So from the time that his father invented the shoe and started to sell amongst the market to Lonzo Ball promoting the shoe has to been a great amount of time.
But also too, for me, the problem that I have with that, I think you're right in regards to like the whole process, but I always think about when shoes are released. For some reason, I always believe that the athletes get the better version of it. Right? So the consumer gets the whatever end.
Yeah.
The person that's wearing the shoe, that's the high performance athlete, gets the PE version.
That happens with all industries, man. Like when you
That's-
have the prototype to show to your prospects, like the major prospects that you want to promote and things like that. Yeah, you'll see the best version every single day until they're like, oh yeah, we like that. We want to go ahead with that. Then when it comes into mass production and they see the cost, they're like, wait a minute. Well, maybe we can get this material that looks like this material, but we could probably shave off, 30 cents per pair, and here we go. Then the problem in the long run is the functionality, and then you have situations like this. But I do have a question though. Is it just the material of the shoe that's making his career in jeopardy?
We don't know.
Or it might not even just be the manufacturer of what they choose to make the sneakers on, but it might just be the laws are from that manufacturer. Who knows? It could be a freaking sweatshop, bro.
You don't know. You have no idea what it is, but the fact that this young man, his career is literally on the brink at this point. It's tough to even think about. because his little brother has a career. He just got the bag.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's tough to see that Lonzo, all this potential, is not gonna be able to live up to that.
Yeah, he
Sad.
don't want to be the one of the
Yeah.
three brothers where it's like it's
Like I know,
cut short
listen,
for that.
Jello was never gonna make it. Jello was never gonna make it. It's no doubt.
But
No doubt.
This is kind of like borderline like Shakespearean because, like you said, his father was his one that helped him bring up to his career, and
Right.
it's like he's also responsible for he's responsible for opening the door with the key, but then also to lock
He's
it
the
as
giver of life, and he's also the guy that possibly inadvertently took away that basketball life.
So yeah, like you said, how would Lonzo have the conversation with his father?
Yeah.
There's no preparation for that.
He can't have that conversation.
He's a sacrificial lamb, bro. He's always been the sacrificial lamb.
He needs to have the conversation.
Melo is Michael Jackson.
That's a good point.
That's all it was.
But Lonzo needs to have that conversation with his father because it's going to dwell in his mind forever if he doesn't. It's not going to be an easy conversation, but he has to vocally say that.
He can't have it. The father has to be the one to say, "Listen, son, my bad." I don't know if he's going to do that or not. He doesn't.
I don't think so. He's a bit prideful.
He has to want to be to initiate that.
Who knows, man? But it's if that is a scenario that ever happens, I'm sure it's gonna be way down the line when he's long gone playing and they have
That's
that
the
conversation.
problem. That's the problem with that because the longer that you wait, is the more that Lonzo's gonna feel like his father didn't care about that situation.
Well, sometimes you need some time to heal before you can have a healthy conversation with people.
True.
You know what I
Still
mean?
fresh. I mean, he
It's
still
still
has a
right.
chance to play.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully,
Slimmer and slimmer.
hopefully Lonzo gets to turn his career around. I hope the surgery works. And he can be able to have some type of career going forward. Moving on to some other pressing issues. Probably one of the biggest pressing issues, but I put it down here in this block because on purpose. I did it on purpose. James Harden. James Harden, to me, and this people may think that this is gonna be a hot take. I don't care. This is how I really feel. I think James Harden has about 2 years left in the NBA.
Clock's ticking.
Yeah, I think he has 2 years left in the NBA, and the reason why I say that he has 2 years left in the NBA is because he has this year, and then he possibly may get a 1-year deal from somebody, or this may be it. The problem that he's gonna face is that once you start to buck the system in regards to GMs and owners, and you start to become that guy, the owners start to think about you as that guy. And then what ends up happening is that there's a conversation that happens, and there's conference calls that start to happen, and there's mass situations that happen that say, hey, you know that James Harden fella? I don't think that anybody should sign him. Or what do you think? Yeah, I think I agree with you in regards to I don't think that he deserves another contract in the NBA, and it just continues to kind of go down the line because this is a guy that has no accountability for whatever he does. There's no accountability for what he does. He wants to go anywhere he wants to go. And then when he gets to that situation and it doesn't work out and he fails, he leaves. Who would want to sign up with that? As a GM, as an owner. I don't care how talented you think you are. James Harden will always be considered historically as a quitter.
Yeah.
Historically.
Yeah, I agree.
So for me, when I look at a picture like that, got a dude that's behind me that played with torn tendons, torn Achilles, separated shoulders to the point where he played a full game shooting with his left hand. Never wanted to come out of a game. Always gave it all. Never half-assed the game. When I look at guys like Allen Iverson that never half-assed the game, even guys like Russell Westbrook, who I throw shots at from occasion, but he never half-assed the game. And you have this dude shows up to training camp out of shape. He shows up to the games and he doesn't want to play defense and he just looks disinterested. He burns bridges. He argues with teammates. He argues with GMs. He calls people out in the media. Who wants to sign up with that as you get older? See, when you're 27, you're 26, people will deal with you.
Yeah, that's the young.
When you start to become that old ass motherfucker, still doing those things that you were doing at 26, it gets old. Just like you get old.
The unfortunate part is that this situation isn't his fault.
It is.
It still is his fault.
It is.
Why?
Why isn't it?
This particular situation, because he was promised some money that he ain't get.
But this is a business.
Okay.
See, the thing is, here's my problem with James Harden is that even, let's just say that this is the scenario. That Morey promised him money, right? At this point, you've been in the NBA long enough. You've been in business long enough to know that this
it's just that.
is not this. It's two different things. I could be able to tell you, yeah, bro, I'm going to take care of you on the back end. It's not in writing.
Yeah.
So if it's not in writing, if I'm the person that told you that, I didn't say it.
That's his fault. Then.
I didn't say it.
Definitely his fault.
You feel what I'm saying? You trusted somebody in business to take care of you.
Yeah.
You made the mistake.
Do you think it would have went differently if he performed better last year?
Yes.
Think Daryl would have given him his money?
It's all performance, but Daryl Morey's looking at it like, why should I invest big money in this guy when he fails?
Yeah.
I love him as a guy. I love him. But why should I invest big money into somebody who fails constantly
And it's sad.
and looks around to everybody else that's the problem?
Yeah, I was about to say the sad part.
You don't remember his Game 6 performance against the Celtics? He shit the bed.
Oh yeah,
This year.
that was embarrassing, man.
They were up 3-2.
And they lost that.
Game 7, they got the doors blown off of them. He had another bad game. So it's like you want to constantly think that you're the victim. You're not. You are the cause. If there's always a situation, if you have a girl, right, in your life, she's like, oh, this situation doesn't work out for me, and I've been through so many different relationships, and man, it's just, I just think that just, I don't know what's going on. What is the common denominator? Have you looked inside? Have you looked at yourself to see what you're doing wrong? Have you taken the steps to see why you are the way you are and why things don't work out? James Harden doesn't have to do that. You know why? Because there's always going to be a sucker in the NBA that is willing to bet on his talent. He knows that. That's why he behaves like that. But I can guarantee you, if the phone calls stop, if the trade talks die down, if there's nobody calling the phones of the GM currently that you're on, what happens? You now have to start looking internally. See, when you spoil people and you want them to change, why should they change if they're always getting their way?
Yeah, very true.
If you've spoiled your kid and all of a sudden now you want to be the tough parent, oh, I'm not going to do that no more. The kid going to look at you like, you're a sucker. You've been doing it for 10 years. You think I'm going to listen to you now?
Now, yeah.
You're going to keep doing what you did the first 10 years of my life. Because if you don't, then I'm going to start acting up even worse.
You're going to give in.
James Harden is a child. He has a child mentality. Well, if you don't give me what I want, I'm going to go to China. I'm going to go ahead and spread this rumor. I'm going to go ahead and say this on camera. I'm going to go ahead and go on every podcast and say this until you give me what I want. I'm going to show up to camp out of shape. I'm going to tell you that I don't want to play for you. I'm going to do all of these things. And Daryl Morey is being the mature parent, finally. And he's saying, okay, you can go ahead and do all those things. I'm still not going to trade you. So you have two options. Right. You can either play for me or you're not going to get a dime. Because I would love to see what the Players Association tells you about your behavior and what's going on here. Because the NBA is currently investigating the Sixers. They're investigating to see if Daryl Morey, if there's something out there and Daryl Morey promised. But if it's not on paper, what are you going to do to him?
Yeah.
I can be able to tell you whatever the fuck I want to tell you. That's how the music business works.
Yeah, it's not in writing.
Music, they tell you all the time, hey, they'll take care of you in the back end. Movie business. Take care of you in the back end. And then it doesn't happen, then what? Who you suing?
Right.
You made the mistake. So, that's my hot take. James Harden will be out of the league in 2 years. Completely. Completely.
You gonna play ball overseas?
He should quit completely.
Big three.
He should stop
Big
playing.
three?
He should just stop playing basketball. Stop.
It's hard. It hasn't been in it forever.
He doesn't play basketball for the love of basketball.
Nah,
He plays basketball because
he treats it as a job.
he knows he's good at it and he can be able to make a lot of money. So he manipulates his way into certain situations because everybody's going to give him a chance because he's James Harden. But when I hear them talk about him in the same breath as Kobe Bryant and Tracy McGrady and Jordan and all these people, it fucking bothers me.
It's two different leagues right there.
It's very offensive. So, moving on. Moving on. Last story before Dummy of the Week. Actually, no. We had two. Claw, how you feel about Sonny getting 25 years?
Part of my childhood died when I saw that picture.
She looked crazy, too.
Wild, bro.
She used to be so bad.
So bad. My first pinup.
Yeah. I think it was everybody's pinup, bro.
She was so bad.
Yeah.
And the song, Sonny. That's the day, mama.
Yo, she looks.
Now she looks like fucking a cloudy day or some shit like that. Like,
I tell the truth. If she wanted you to rip, would you do it?
Hell no.
Okay.
She like Roseanne. Cool, bro.
Yeah, Sonny. There are rumors that she getting 25, bro.
I mean, it'd be like that.
Yeah, they gotta send her up.
That ain't her first thing. I think that's what makes it worse, right?
DUI manslaughter, bro. It's not her first go
It's not her
around.
first trip.
DUI manslaughter. She going up.
So
yikes.
Yeah, she going up. So yeah, real quick about that. Love Sonny, but you going up. you going up. Moving on to the. I don't even know how to broker this story. I really don't. But we're gonna have to talk about it. Star player on the Tampa Bay Rays, Wander Franco. Sensation. Great player. Flashy. Does everything you want him to do on the field, man. He can steal bases. He can hit for power, hit for average. He's just a fun player to watch. On a fun team to watch. Well, his Major League Baseball career may possibly be in jeopardy. There's an investigation going on right now in the Dominican Republic, as well as Major League Baseball is having their own investigation of relationships that he's had in Dominican Republic. According to the reports, he has a relationship with a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
14?
Yeah. Heard about this story.
Wander Franco is how old? 22, 23?
No bueno.
Nah. No. It's that dude's in hot
But is
water,
that how they
man.
get down in DR? I don't know.
Well,
I ain't been.
I've been in DR twice, and even though it's a lovely place, I have seen a few times where it's like a much older person with a much younger person, and like you can dead ass see like the younger person's like wearing braces and shit.
Strife has hit the nail on the head. So I'm going to use my own anecdotal experiences. I used to be in Jamaica every summer until I was like 18 years old. So from 3 to 18, I was in Jamaica. Well, there's a culture in my country. It still goes on today. And they're trying to clean it up as best they can right now. It's that young girls are preyed upon by older men. And what I mean by that is like cab drivers. The cab drivers call the girls that go to school schoolers. Right? Pick up the schoolers. These are 13, 14, 12-year-old girls that it's a culture out there. The teachers that are teaching these young girls also are in that same culture. So think about this culture that's being this underground, this dark web of just underage bullshit that's going on around there. That it's normal for a lot of people out there when it shouldn't be. It's normal for those cab drivers to be able to just do it because it's a part of what they're doing. It's normal for these teachers to be able to just because it's a part of what they're already doing. And DR, just like Strife was saying, it's a culture. So for this kid, it may be over because I don't know how he's ever going to be able to live this down. Even if the parents signed off on it. In this country, it's looked at as
frowned upon.
Such a way. I'm not going to say the term, but that's what it is.
Yeah, it's frowned
right?
upon.
So that's the problem that he's going to face. He will always be looked at as that.
It's a wrap for him.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what the circumstance is. We seen all of the stories with R. Kelly. There's a certain amount of stories where the parents signed off.
Yeah.
On that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The law is the law. And in Dominican Republic, the law is you need to be 18 years old to give consent. Clearly, she's not 18.
No. And so once you have that painted on you, that's the scarlet letter right there.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
It's over, as it should be.
Yeah.
Vámonos. I don't even know why I said
That was a bar. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, man. I like that. That was good. That was good. That was very clever. I liked it. But he's right. I mean, there's no coming back from that.
No matter PR is gonna clean up.
No way.
It's over.
That's it for him. He going up. He going up and up and across. He going. Yeah. After the break, the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
After the break. Welcome back, y'all. Now it's time for the last segment of the show. Seems sad, but not really, because there's a lot of good ones. To the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the dummy of the week? KLAW, who you got?
Kim Kardashian.
Why is Kim Kardashian your
dummy? Yeah.
Because she went to Drake's concert, and after in the crowd rapping that part that she says on his song that he sampled, whatever, he's walking up by her, and he don't look at her one bit, but she gives that face, that
look at me face.
Nah, it's like that face of.
You took it down face?
You took it down face, basically. Like, oh, you're so stupid type face. Like, and
it's
she
over for her.
She let the cat out the bag.
Yeah, we said that already. It's over.
And he moved like a G. You're not supposed to. If you're not supposed to have no relations with nobody, you just especially in the public eye. I'm not looking at you out.
You know what's
And
crazy?
She said she did that stupid ass face that and laughed.
Mad
Hey,
obvious.
hey, big head face.
Oh man.
Yep.
Are you coming over tonight? Whoop. Like, okay.
You know what's crazy is that Kanye's back.
Oh yeah, he's back. Better than ever. It's about to be better than ever.
Better than ever.
And got a new Got a new joint, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, he 3 for 3.
He definitely is 3 for 3.
Is he not though? Like, are we not gonna
He
give?
is. He is. Kanye's back. Kanye back with the heat.
They promoting Kanye's Yeezys again.
And he back making music again. Kanye's up.
Kanye 2024, baby.
Facts.
Get ready.
Facts. Fact. Kanye's back.
Kanye's back, baby.
Kim's done.
But yo.
Huh?
Can I get an apology to Kanye West?
I'm sorry, Kanye West.
Thank you. So that's all I want. I'm good. I'm out here, guys.
That's it. So yes, Kim Kardashian gets the
Dummy. Yeah.
but she still thinks she's relevant. Listen, when she showed up to the Messi game, I was hot. I was heated. Why are you there? Oh, the kid. I don't care. If the kids want to be there, you wait in the car, or you be somewhere else. You ain't gotta be. You gotta be in the camera. Stop being in the kid. Nobody want to see you no more. That's like Jackie Chan. Like Jackie Chan had an interview the other day, and they asked him some stupid ass question. What do you think of the Kardashians? Right? Jackie Chan was like, "Who? Is that English? Like, what are you saying to me? Kardashian? That's an English term? He don't know who they are. This is one of the biggest stars in the world. Don't know the Kardashians. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Dummy. Yeah.
You know. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, Jimmy, who you got?
It's like the average person in a casino.
Okay, explain.
It's just like mind-numbingly stupid. Everybody's like touching the machines.
Yeah. What about?
They're trying to read the roulette. Like,
What about?
random.
What about the people that don't leave the machines and pee on themselves?
The people that just like chain smoke.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yo, hey, listen. The casino is a dirty place. It's a dark place. It's a dark place, bro.
Very dark.
It's a dark place.
Dark.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
But like 95% of people.
97. I'm going 97.
It's like sad.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah. I went to Mohegan Sun. I was looking around, bro, and it was just like nothing but lost opportunity and dead wishes, dead dreams, just all around. Like, you know, people over here scrambling their last $6 to be able to go play on the roulette table. Like, what are you doing?
It's insane.
It's not life. I ain't gonna lie, I blew $60 too. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. It's a dark place. So yes, what did you call them? The average casino goer. You get the
Dummy.
the dweller. I like that word. Yeah. Yes, yes. They got the premium card. They get the free. They get the room comps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
Come in
guys.
handy too, by the way.
Yeah. Terrible people. Terrible people. Right? Terrible. Phil, who you got? You don't have one? Okay, that's all right. Nicole? Yeah, they definitely get the
Dummy. Yeah.
First off, she's an actress,
Mhm.
right? She ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
She acted her ass off in that movie. She deserved that Oscar. I don't care if the movie's fake. I don't care if it's fake, right?
Yeah.
That got nothing to do with her. She wrote a script, right? She did her lines. Movies out there. She don't have to give that the Oscar. She don't have to.
I feel you.
You know the person who needs to give back an Oscar. I'm throwing a shot right now. Hold on. Halle Berry and Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
She need to get that back.
Yeah.
Why?
She ain't do nothing.
They gave it.
She got taken down.
That's not
That's
not Oscar worthy.
But that's
That's not Oscar worthy.
that's why I watched it.
She got that rated R by
You can get yourself an OnlyFans account. You don't need no
There's
Oscar.
no OnlyFans back then, bro.
You don't need they can replace it with OnlyFans
That
account.
was the OnlyFans back then.
Well, they can replace it now.
Yeah.
Get that back. She ain't never been a good actress a day of her life.
That was crazier than soft porn.
Right.
That was a good scene.
That was worse than Skinny Man. That shit was deep. That shit was going like 7 minutes. I was like, hey, y'all going to multiple rooms? Y'all, am I watching the right thing here? Gotta check if this is a Bang Bros production. What's going on here?
Her and Billy Bob.
Billy Bob was working that thing, boy.
He did it for everybody.
Yeah, he did. Did it for the culture.
Everybody that didn't do it in Boomerang.
Did it for the culture. Well, here's another shot. Then she was married to Eric Benet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Eric Benet was like, yeah, he'll realize. He'll find out that it wasn't that good. Bars.
Shots fired.
Just saying. Just saying.
The berry was spoiled, as you said?
Huh?
The berry was spoiled?
Yes.
I got it.
So, yes, for the people that want to have Sandra Bullock give back her Oscar. Shut up.
Dummy. Yeah.
Well, all of those were great. And shouts to Freaky Fang. He's not here.
Freaky.
Normally Freaky would be sitting right there in Freaky 1, right? And he'll have his 2-drink minimum, but he's home, resting. He has some stuff going on. Should we reveal it? Okay, we're just gonna leave it alone. There's a lot of
That's enough right there.
lot of stuff going on with him. But shouts to Freaky. Right. Hanging out with the giraffes too, baby. So shouts to Freaky. We miss you. Get well soon. Stay away from those giraffes. Now, would you guys like to know who my dummy is?
That's it.
May I have the drum roll, please? And the first winner for Dummy of the Week, James Harden. James Harden comes back. He's my first
Dummy.
because here's why he's my dummy. It's not what I said before.
Yeah.
Because that was serious. This is not. James Harden said while he was in China that he will never play for Daryl Morey again, or Daryl Morey because he's a liar, right? Lied to me. I'll never play for you again. Didn't he play for him twice?
Dummy.
What are we talking about here? You played for him in the Rockets. You left. He traded for you in the Sixers. You already played for him. What are you talking about? You ain't gonna play for him again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, what? Shame on me, or is it? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Whatever it is, whatever George
Can't
Bush
fool
said,
me again.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, fool me once, can't get fooled again. According to George Bush, right? Dumbass Harden. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? He's like that girl that just doesn't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You leave her on red. And she said, well, that's not closure. I'm going to show up to your house and make sure we have that conversation and make sure it's really over. No, I don't need to have that conversation with you. I already left you on red. I ghosted you. Daryl Morey ghosted James Harden. He literally did. Because according to the rumors, they said that he never offered him a contract. He never offered him nothing. So he was like, you promised me all this money. You lied. Yeah, I did lie. I lied to get the draws. GTD, right?
Yes. Got the draws.
Oh man.
Shouts to Tommy. That's what Daryl Morey did to him. He gamed the hell out of James Harden. Yo, listen, fam. Like, all you gotta do, man, just we trying to bring in some players here. You know what I mean? Like, just take less. Take less, man. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I'm gonna take care of you. I got you, bro. Hey, yo, yeah, got you with the strip clubs. Me and you. Listen, I already talked to Meek. You know what I'm saying? We good. Got you covered, bro. Just shave off a little 15, 17 million. Oh, word? Okay. So you gonna take care of me on the back end? Gamed him. Shouts to Daryl Morey. GTD. Get his ass out of here.
Dummy. Yeah.
Got the draws.
Yeah. Moving on. Nicole, what the hell did Pete Alonso do? Yeah. First hit in the major leagues, the man chucked it in the sands. What are you doing? So now every time he's getting backlash about it, right? He's getting backlash about it now, and now he probably feels bad about it now.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe this is why. Maybe this is why the Mets don't want to give him his money. Because he acts like a
dummy. Yeah.
Acts like an idiot. He's over here gyrating on the sidelines through the year. And then anytime people play the Mets and they see him do that, they kick our ass. Whip our ass. He's an idiot. I hope they offer him $6 in that contract. Like when he sees the contract, it says 600, right? He's like, well, is this 60 million? No. This is $6. Because you, sir, have played yourself out of New York. You played yourself. You keep doing these stupid ass things and expect that we're gonna be able to reward you for dumbness. We already the laughing stock in baseball. You make us worse. Because now you're putting the target on our backs. What's wrong with you?
Dummy. Yeah.
Moving on to the real winner of Dummy of the Week. First off, I want to congratulate the Long Island Police. They do an excellent job with Suffolk County, whether it's Lynbrook, whether it's Nassau County, all of them, right? I'll put my praise out there for them. This is the nice caveat that I'm putting out there. Because what they did was they saved us from one of the biggest dummies in the street at that time. Shouts to that girl that was out in the street with the gun, right? In traffic, right? Shooting at everybody. Cops ended up saying, listen, we gotta take matters in our own hands and clip that ass with the car. That was great. That was great. I don't care what nobody want to tell me. I don't care what it was insensitive. You could have hurt her. She had a gun in her hand. I'd rather them do that than them pull out guns and shoot her. Because at the end of the day, they're not good at that. They have a terrible track record. So clip it with the car. Clip it with the car. What you out there with the gun anyway?
That shit humbled her ass.
Yo, real quick. Once she saw, listen, could you imagine what she probably thought? She probably thought that it was gonna be the same situation where the cars drive up really fast and stop, and then the doors open, put the gun down. But when she see the car kept driving towards her,
To clip her,
it sobered her ass up real quick. If she was crazy, she ain't crazy no more. She ain't crazy no more. That clipped the fuck out of her. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. The 5 feet that she flew, she definitely got up and said, all right, here's the gun. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
That sound like Grand Theft Auto, man.
Yeah. So salute to the Long Island Police. They deserve it. They deserve the medal because they stopped one of the biggest
Dummy
out there. You know what I mean? Because maybe somebody was in their car like, man, I didn't think of that. I could have gotten an award or something if I would have just clipped her with this damn car. I wasn't gonna clip over my car though. She would have dent my car. I've been tight. But the Long Island Police, yeah, they salute to them. So yes, James Harden, idiot girl with the gun, Pete Alonso, y'all are all losers in your own right. You all have reasons for people to laugh at you and hate you for whatever reason. But you're winners for Dummy of the Week. That's all for the show. Strife, Kenny, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. This was fun.
Thank you for having me.
Y'all brought this beautiful thing here, man. This is a great invention. You guys are doing a great thing with the game show, with the actual game. More people need to know about this because this can be something that people are really playing and they can be able to really like push it forward. And all y'all need is that one guest or that, you know, whoever come on that show to actually get us the push that y'all need to push y'all where y'all need to be because y'all deserve it, man. Y'all worked hard.
That's what we work for.
Yeah,
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? So salute to y'all for that. Claw.
Yeah, how are you?
Kind word of the week, sir.
Corny shit's never respected, especially when the pressure's on, things start popping.
Nice. Is that a shot at Kim Kardashian?
Nah.
Okay.
She's just about the bottom of her shit.
Yeah. She's over.
Yeah, all the souls she took down, like
Facts.
they're just sleeping out of her right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showing her hairline too.
And she's over.
Hairline is starting to go south.
She's over. And Kanye beat her, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. But
Kanye
not
won.
physically.
Yeah, not physically.
He
but
beat her in the
but he
game
won.
that they play.
He definitely won.
I gotta do it.
He definitely won.
And he's walking around with no shoes on right now, no ninja socks and shit like that.
Yeah, and him and his wife walking around with ninja socks.
Hey, they got something figured out.
And the Road Warrior,
Yeah.
the Road Warrior, yeah, Legion
all
of Doom
that.
shit. Yeah, you
For
about
all
to
that
wild.
shit.
Facts.
Bring it on, sell it to the people.
Facts.
I'm for it.
Yeah. Like it.
Let's do it.
I was gonna say bye to you, Chili, but I think you're already gone. Yeah, whatever. Jimmy the Super Intern, you were the man. GQ Phil, appreciate you, man. Casso, appreciate you for coming through, man. Always supporting. I mean, I don't like the way you wore that extra medium today, making you. Yeah, I don't like it. I know. Like you know what I mean. I'm gonna start going to the gym now. See, I got 2 things to do now. I gotta outdo you in the gym, And I gotta make sure that whenever Strife got some new equipment on his show, I gotta make sure that I upgrade because I can't have him outdo me. I gotta have him. Cole on the ones and twos, a silent assassin. You're the MVP. You are. That's all I gotta say. I got nothing bad to say about Nicole ever. No, never. Never. Nothing bad to say about Nicole. She is the MVP. She's what makes this thing go. All right? So shouts to her. Nobody throw no shots at Nicole. That's including you, Freaky. Leave her alone. All right? You have an HR class coming up very soon. I guess that's a wrap. So until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
My son is the champ, so get over it.